there is hope for you, and we are here to help. At Sound Relief, we bring the support and expertise you can trust to find the relief you deserve. Visit us at soundrelief.com. That's soundrelief.com.
Regen Revolution has helped me so much in terms of getting mobile and active again, and now they'll be helping me and you at their new location near Old Town in Arvada. It's an expanded facility, so an even better version of the great care you've come to know from Regen Revolution. The combination of regenerative medicine and more traditional treatment modalities have gotten me back to being able to play sports and exercise in ways I thought I might never do again. Learn more at regenrev.com. That's REGENREV.com.
When he's not talking about it, he's tweeting about it.
Do you Twitter?
Follow the Troubleshooter at Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of Denver's talk station on Twitter.
Just give me your Twitter and I'll follow you.
Find us right now at 630 KHOW.
You're good.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. That's pay. Enter it now at KHOW.com. Keep listening to win.
Shooter's gonna help come and make.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. I got to get situated here. What's going on in your life, man? I mean, we had an inauguration. We have a lot of positive feelings, a lot of negative feelings. It depends on what side of the fence you're on. I welcome you to the only show of its kind anywhere, as I love to say, because we solve problems, we answer questions, we take complaints, we make life just a little easier if we can, and we take your calls. And I'm going to go. Calls always have priority here. Jay Bretz is with me, by the way, excuse me, not Jay. I'm sorry, Henry, which is Jay's son, and Henry is running the company with his dad. I love seeing that, and I don't know why. I don't know. I'm still working, though. I'm working my ass off. Why is that? And Jay's going around the world having fun. Maybe. Anyway, Henry, thanks for being here. We'll get to you in a minute here. Lydia, by the way, has a roofing issue, so we'll get right to Lydia. I want to remind people of a few things. The number to call at any time is 303-MARTINO. Now, 303-627-8466. You can call 24/7 that number, and if you leave a number, we absolutely will get back to you. You can also reach out to us on all social media where you can find me, either under Troubleshooter or Tom Martino or help referral list. And then also, you can also get a hold of me at this number at the studio when we're on the air, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by my man, Paul the Waterman, waterpros.net. I've said this a lot. You know, I put a lot of stock on health, and water is the number one substance we absorb and are. Get great water, please. He has the best systems at the lowest prices, and I'm serious. You will never touch his prices with a plumber. He is low priced and quality. All systems right now, way under like $3,600, I believe, for anything you need. 303-862-5554. So let's talk. Lydia, what's going on? Hi, Lydia. I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. What's going on, Lydia?
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I have my mom. Hi. I'm kind of nervous, so I've never done anything like this.
You're nervous for
my
what?
mother has.
Did she say nervous?
Well, I feel. Yeah, I did. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine, Lydia. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I live out middle nowhere, so I get really bad reception.
So is it your mom having an issue with a roofer?
Yeah, and I am her durable power of attorney. So I've had to deal with these guys, and they did her roof in Aurora, and then they did 3 roofs out in Sugar City, which is like near Rocky Ford.
Now, does your mom own all these homes?
Roof. Yeah, she owns both the homes. One home where I live has actually 4 roofs they did. It's a big property.
Okay,
It's
so let me get this
like a little
straight. So
ranch.
basically, rather than say homes, Mom owns two homes, but a total of what? 5 roofs?
And so it's been a total of 5 roofs. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, here's what I need to know. I'm going to ask you some simple questions. What's the name of the company?
Okay. Well, when they worked in Aurora on the one house, they went under the name of Stone Ridge Roofing.
And how did she find them?
I found them because when I was out here, my vet was getting her roof done, and she's really a smart.
And now,
She would know.
what you said in
Good
Aurora,
neighbor.
they were Stone Ridge, and what were they somewhere else?
And over here in it's your city, but it's could be La Junta or Rocky Ford area. They go as Cornerstone Roofing.
Are they the same
and they
people?
Also would have.
Are they the same people?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, tell me
And
now.
they would have lots of.
I need to know the problem.
Okay. Okay. Well, the problem with the home in Aurora is she had the solar panels from like the 70s. They look like pig coffins, and they new flat ones, and they put heat into the house. So they're a little, well, they're a lot different from like what you see now. And they had gotten damaged in the big storm in, I think it was May of 23. It was a huge storm in Aurora. And, I don't live there, and she was living with me out here, really
Lydia,
far away from Aurora.
Lydia,
and
let me do it another way, Lydia. Let's take
Okay.
one house
Well,
at a
so
time.
they
No,
took
Lydia,
the cat-
Lydia, let's please. Stone Ridge Roofing in Aurora, okay? You hired them to do a
Yes.
roof. Is that the one that had solar on it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, normally roofers, Henry, correct me if I'm wrong. Normally roofers, what do they do when it comes to solar? Do you hire a solar contractor or do you do it?
Yeah, so the main thing that roofing contractors do is partner with a solar company, and they do detach and reset, and so that's DNR.
Okay.
And then also, I mean, like us, we have a company that we work with very closely to do solar installs, and so it's usually not done in-house.
Okay, so did they damage
Yeah.
the solar panels? Is that what you're calling about? Let's just concentrate on
no.
Aurora right now.
Yeah. So so I said, when you come to do the roofs, the roof in Aurora, they're going to take down do the reset, take off and put back on. And so I asked them to take, when they let me know, so I can come look at them to see if it's worth, because they're from like 1977.
Well,
but
was
they
she using
still
the
were
solar
working.
system? Was she using the solar system?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they did not call me, so I wasn't able to look at them because these things are huge. I mean,
Well, what were
and
you
I'm
going to
only
do,
5
Lydia? Were you
foot,
thinking about? Let me just ask. I don't understand. Were you thinking about
I
getting
was
rid of
thinking
solar?
about-
Just wait for the question. Were you thinking about getting rid of the
Okay.
solar or upgrading the panels? What was your thinking when you said you wanted them to check
My
with you?
thinking- Yeah, I wanted them when they took them off so I could look at them to make that decision. Were
Okay.
they worth fixing?
And instead,
or just take them off?
and instead, they went ahead and just put them back on the roof.
No, they took them off. They didn't tell me they came to the house, and they were sitting out on the lawn. So now I have these huge solar panels that they got paid to, put on, detach, or whatever you call it, or to get rid of, because, they have the big thing where they shove all the roofing materials off. So now I'm stuck with them. And then they also didn't do a few other things that had to do more
Okay,
with
here's what I need to
siding.
know, Lydia. Here's what I need to know. They finished the roof in Aurora and left the solar panels on
Yeah.
the lawn. Is that correct?
Yes.
They never
And they didn't tell me they came. So
Well, I don't care about them telling you they
look
came.
at 'em.
I really don't care about that. They finished the roof. That's
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah.
But they did not reinstall the solar. The question is, why didn't they reinstall solar?
Because the roofer won't even, I asked him to discuss this, and he's just like, well, we didn't put them back on, and if they're on,
did the contract say they were going to reinstall?
Yeah, he kind of worded it like
okay,
that,
here's what I want to do. Listen, Lydia, hang on. I got to look at the contract. You got to send it to us because really I need to know what they did wrong and what they did not do according to the contract. Hang on. Kachina, let's try to get this. Who's in the studio today? Do we have anybody?
We have Dollar.
Okay, Dollar. Get a copy of this contract. Or two, or however many she has, and go over it. I'm Tom Martino. We're going to come right back to this. This is important. We're going to help her. But what you really need to do is we need to look at the contract. What was the solar situation? It should have been spelled out in the contract. By the way, 888heating.com has high efficiency units at the best prices anywhere. They guarantee it. Put them to the test. High efficiency, saving you 30 and 40% a month. 303-770-2776.
Very nice.
It's a late night date with the Cougars.
Quick to these two.
Tonight, the Buffs host BYU in Boulder. Coverage begins at 8:30.
Quick to this.
At an iHeartRadio.
Gravinas, you've heard of the name because they've been around, my God, since the early 70s. The Gravinas, the original Gravinas, 950 West Evans. Larry started working with his dad back in the 70s, went out on his own in the 80s. His son took over several years ago. They have a wonderful company, 50 lines of windows, multiple lines of doors, siding, whatever you need they have. And they have a great company because they have heritage and they have choice and selection. GravinaWindows.com, that's singular, GravinaWindows.com, 950 West Evans, 303-472-8462. Now, I like talking about investments, don't you? Vestera Turnkey, that's really a guided tour on being a landlord. Barry Miller, an esteemed real estate broker that I love, he established Vestera Turnkey to help people get into real estate as a landlord. So you become a landlord, you own a property, he helps you buy one in a market where there's a lot of appreciation and great rents. He helps you buy, he helps you sell, when to do it. He's gotten 30 to 80% returns for people. He even has management companies that help you every step of the way. Find out more, mybigestreturn.com, and that's Vestera Turnkey, 303-888-3788. How much time, bro?
Goosey, thank you.
How much time?
Say how much time? 4.
Thanks.
4
okay,
minutes.
honey, I have 4 minutes.
Oh my God. She comes into view with a hat, and he goes, "Oh, there is a new sheriff in town." Awesome. That was a hip lid.
Yes, it was.
By the way, I hate to ask a work question. Majors?
They are both out.
Clearing out. Access 4 in case they need it somewhere else. I just, Ross didn't have it, didn't know about it, but I just played. Couldn't tell if it was Ducey asking the question about classifying cartels as terrorist organizations. Somebody in the gaggle asked if that meant that he would authorize military force. Do you remember Trump's answer? Did you hear it from the Oval Office signing? He says, could happen. Crazier things have happened. It's like, there you go. There's our guy. He's going to send in a drone to take out some fucking Halesko
asshole. Harris Faulkner was kind of fun watching on social media wander from ball to ball yesterday. Yeah. She seems to be having a good time with this.
Okay.
I just saw it, yeah. I had to go down and get my notebook. It's in the car.
Son of a bitch.
A little chilly in here.
It's really chilly. And I'm getting over a cold.
I saw that. Hey, how about that Carrie Underwood?
Jeez,
holy crap.
That's how you take
what
the bull
happened?
by the horns right
What
there.
happened?
Her sound went out.
So she just went a cappella.
How'd she sound? Good.
They were going to pull.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. But yeah, there was like a minute of dead air from the actual inaugural ceremony where she was going to sing. Then a little blurb of music played, and then it ended. And I obviously feel bad for that audio engineer. Holy crap.
Hey, can you get what's her name on Red Rocks RS to comment on the line number 2?
Well said, Tom.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Maynard, welcome to the show, Maynard. What's happening?
We had Lifetime Roof and Solar come out and give us an estimate.
Now, was this for solar or for roofing? Mainly.
Roofing.
Oh, so
roofing.
This is mainly. I'm sorry. Okay, I maybe we don't need my solar expert. I thought you were calling, but they do. They're called Lifetime. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. So go ahead.
Like I said, the estimate was a little over $27,000.
Okay. So this is for the roof. And how did you find out about Lifetime?
I think I saw it online.
Okay.
An ad online.
All right.
So they completed the roof, did the supplemental. Travelers Insurance, who we have, sent them a check that had my wife and I's name both on the check, which we were supposed to endorse. They went ahead and cashed it, didn't even get our signature.
Okay. Now,
so the supplemental they're saying wasn't enough. Now the bill is over $35,000. We were not informed of any additional expense.
Did they deposit the check directly?
I guess. Like I said, Travelers sent it to Lifetime, and they cashed it. We didn't know anything about it.
Well, they deposited it probably. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. That part's not as serious as you might think. The serious part is this. With a lot of roof claims, and Henry can chime in, Henry Bretz with Excel Roofing, my expert today. With a lot of roof claims, let me get this straight, Henry. There is the initial claim, and then sometimes you have a supplemental. Explain how supplementals work.
Yeah, exactly. So just like you said, Tom, usually the insurance will pay out that first amount. And then where the industry's going is they just want to pay as little as possible. So what we have to do is go prove to them, according to building codes, we're required ice and water shield, these different materials.
So you do supplemental claims.
Yes.
Are they done with the knowledge of the homeowner or directly with the insurance?
So it should be absolutely with the knowledge of the homeowner. And the way that we do it is we aim to get all the supplementing done in advance. And so we get that stuff approved. And sometimes the insurance companies, they'll be super difficult to work with. They'll want stuff done on the backside of the claim, but it's really important to communicate that to the customer.
Now, Maynard, how much was the check that they deposited, the initial check?
It was 10,000 something. I sent all the paperwork.
No, I know.
Via email
but you see, the audience doesn't have the paperwork, so you got to humor me. So, what was the original contracted amount?
27,005 something, I believe, Tom. I don't have the paperwork in front of me.
That's okay. It's roughly about 27.5 estimate, and then they got paid 10 grand to begin with.
I paid them $14,000 to start the
Now,
job.
hold on a second. Where'd you get the 14 to pay them?
We had some money in the bank.
So you did not use insurance money. You paid them up front.
Yeah, no, that's right. The insurance company initially sent me a check, and I used 14,000 of that.
Maynard, I need to know Maynard, how much did the insurance company send you?
I don't recall. I think it was around $24,000.
Okay. Now, they sent you $24,000 and you paid Lifetime Roofing and Solar up front. Right?
14,000.
Got it. So that left you with about 10 grand left.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Now, okay, they did the roof, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then they did his roof, and the estimate was 27. So if you paid 14, you owed them another roughly 13, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, they got a check for 10. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And they got a second check, a second payment directly from Travelers. Okay.
Yes.
Now, and that was for 10. So now they've been paid 24,000.
Right.
Okay. Now, so far they're not overpaid. And now tell me, after they got paid 24,000, okay, what, and you have, by the way, in your pocket 10 grand, you still have 10 grand to the good. So tell me how much they're billing you after they've gotten paid 24.
35 and change.
An extra 35. Is that right?
No, 35,000 total.
Okay,
so
hold
they
on.
Say I
hold on,
still owe
bro.
them
Hold
10.
on.
Go ahead.
Then the math is working out almost
Go ahead.
perfect. Maynard, you have 10 grand, which should go to them by the numbers. And you know, and then you have a deductible. So it sounds to me like they're asking for what they should be paid. What do I have wrong?
I'm wondering why it's an extra $7,400.
Because of supplements. That is very common in the industry. Were you hoping to make money on this or what? Maynard, I'm not trying to be a smartass. I'm asking straight up. What's Maynard? Did you want money left over? Tell me what's on your mind.
I just want to know why I'm liable for an extra $7,500 when I was never approached to be extra
because
expense.
if they truly had an extra $7,500 in damages to your roof, you are responsible. Henry, what did you want to say about this?
Yeah, I want to jump in and just make it really clear that the insurance company should be covering all of those additional supplements.
Well, of course they did. I mean, he's not out any money.
What he should be concerned about is really just his deductible. And it sounds like they failed to really communicate this all to him.
They did. Maybe it was poor communication. But I mean, if you look at the numbers, he got 24, paid out 14. He had 10 in his pocket. Then they paid him another 10. This company wants, out of that 10 he's holding, they want another 7,500 or something, whatever they want. They're owed that through a supplement. If it went on his roof, he owes it.
If it gets approved or not by the insurance. Well, sometimes they'll deny it.
The money is already there, Henry. They've already paid it. Listen. They paid 24. They paid 10. They paid 34. And so far, he's only paid them 24. I mean, the numbers are there. He's saying, I don't want to pay that extra money. I want to keep the 10 grand. That's really what he's saying. I mean, they wouldn't have sent the money if they didn't approve it. I just don't, I don't get the complaint, Maynard, and for that reason, I can't help you. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255. I'm sorry, there's no problem.
This is Denver's talk station with Tom Martino. Now, Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver.
People get money, they want to keep it. That's what they want.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Yeah, we're still working one crash up to the north, southbound 25 at Thornton Parkway. It was in the left lane. They've moved it to the right side, but it's backed up all the way to 120th. It's real solid up there. Coming out of North Glen and Thornton, definitely keep to the left as you're coming down through that stretch. We've got an accident on Highway 93. It looks like north of 128. It looks like backups both directions there along the foothills. 270 looks better. We are still seeing quite a bit of volume heading down to it from the tech center, running a little sluggish. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story of a Georgia mom who went to jail for something that just about every parent in America is guilty of doing. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show for patriots.
One of the oldest home improvement companies in all of Colorado, K&H Home Solutions. And I've known them for the 45 years I've been in Denver. I've known Henry, the original owner. I've known Ted, the guy who bought it, great guy. And now Lee Diamond and his son, carrying on the tradition of great products, energy efficient, beautiful, and long lasting. So you have the pledge of K&H Home Solutions. They have the Alpine window made right here in Colorado, for Colorado. All kinds of siding solutions. Call K&H Home Solutions, khwindows.com, 303-421-7100, 421-7100.
You're so sweet.
Now, let me just tell you something real quick here. Nothing. Hey, YouTube morons, I'm going to engage in all kinds of conversation in a second here, but I got some crap I got to deal with. Hold on.
Yeah, just endless crap you have to deal with.
Yeah, I know.
Mostly of a medical nature, right? What?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm sure it's like at least 15 hours a day applying some ointment or another to any number of body parts.
Yeah.
To keep them on.
Yeah.
To keep
okay, I want to tell you something. I'm going to turn off this for a second.
Now, one thing that you should look into, because Puerto Rico's kind of known for this, is they have phosphorescent algae that comes up at
That's what
night.
Nerf did yesterday.
Yeah.
He said...
that's pretty cool.
He says, I got to hurry out of here. So we voice tracked a couple of segments. And he says, yeah, I got to hurry out of here so we can get to the phosphorus thing, and we're going to go. I said, are you in it? He goes, we may be in it. And I said, now watch out. That stuff's attracted to your urethra. I hope he actually thought about that while he's swimming around.
You don't actually swim in it. You go into a boat.
Yep, go in a boat. Can you touch it?
You can, but it's kind of slimy and gross.
Well, I enjoy buffets. So I did Hero yesterday. You'd be proud.
Yeah.
Love the Hero. But yeah, so I told him, If you do get infected, come back and I want you to change your name to Dick Blow. I was kind of hearing voices by about 5 p.m. yesterday. You know how it goes.
Yeah. So you're not actually flying out there?
No, they're already there. I'm just running the board.
They also have like the biggest dish in like North America, but I don't know if it got damaged in that hurricane.
Oh yeah.
It's the one that was in Contact. The
Very
movie
large.
Contact.
Yeah. Well, no, I guess very large array is Arizona, but yeah. Love that thing. Love it. I have the next 3 days off, which means tomorrow I'm working on KTCL again.
I have to take Thursday off because I'm getting tested for that GA.
Oh. GA.
Geographical atrophy.
Oh. I'm pretty sure if we run a commercial for it, you've got it.
It is very annoying, the commercial.
Maybe with the possible exception of loose, oily stools. But I don't know how you furnished your basement. You could have loose, oily stools down there.
You've been in my basement.
I have been in your basement. All right, Tom, are you done doing whatever you're doing?
I'm cool, baby.
All right. Are we back off of double secret probation or whatever?
Okay. Whatever. I just thought it was the same, but it doesn't matter. Dimitri, Wells Fargo, Roberta, she's on, by the way. Man, we had a lot of roofing action right off the bat.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Don't remember, K&H Home Solutions. People said, Tom, the website's khwindows.com. Yes, it is. But they're K&H Home Solutions, and they do gutters and siding and windows and doors and, everything on the outside. Okay, just wanted to let you know that because somebody asked. 303-421-7100. Let's talk to... let's see who I'm talking to now. Sorry. Okay, so it's your turn, Nix. Is that how I pronounce it, Nix?
Yes.
Hi, Nix. What's happening?
So, a few years ago, I had moved into a friend's house, and basically, I had learned that the rent that I was giving him was no longer being used for paying bills, and I decided to no longer give him rent money, and we agreed upon working around his home to pay for living there.
Okay, so hold on. So
a boyfriend of mine had
Nix, hold on.
Yep.
I just want to make a comment. So you had an arrangement where you were paying rent. How much?
It was $200 a month for living in a room.
Okay, for a room. Okay. Now, then you both decided that wasn't working out?
Correct.
Okay, and because it doesn't matter what he was using the money for. He could buy anything he wants with the money. But for some reason, it bothered you that he was using the money for something else? I
I learned that he was not paying the utilities
Oh, wait a minute.
I was
So
paying for,
is he the owner of the home, or does he rent it as well?
He's the owner.
Okay. And it doesn't matter what he was doing with the money again. But you decided then, both of you decided what?
That I would work around the home to pay for my stay there.
Instead of cash.
We would end up.
Yes.
Okay. And why? And he thought that would be better?
Basically, yes. We both
And what
thought
kind of
that
work
be
would you do?
Cleaning up around the property. He's got quite a bit of stuff around here, and to help maintenance the property.
Well, you can make any arrangement you want. So what went wrong after that?
Well, he basically, the biggest problem that I'm having right now is he did not pay utilities for a long time.
Is he living in the house, Nix? Does he live in the house, Nix?
Yes.
Okay, when did you first move in?
About 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this has been going on for a while. And then how long, when did you stop paying rent?
Within the first year of me staying here.
Okay.
The entire time I've lived here, he has not paid utilities. His brother was paying utilities for a while, and then his brother decided to stop.
Okay, I get it. So now, how are you you're still in the house, is that right?
Yes.
How are you being affected by this
And
now?
that's only for a few days. We're being evicted. I'm sorry, what?
Now, when you say we are being evicted, do you live there with someone else?
Yes, I do now. My boyfriend moved in about 2 years ago.
Okay. Now, so here's what I want to know. You're being evicted by the guy that never paid his bills, right?
Correct.
Is he doing the eviction properly?
He has fallen behind on everything.
Well, first of all, Nix, I know this sounds strange. And what's your boyfriend's name, first name?
I'm going to call him Lee.
Okay. So Nix, that's okay. Nix and Lee. Let me explain something. It's none of your business if he pays his bills or does anything at all. None of your business. The only thing that is your business is this. While you're paying rent, agreed upon rent, you should have use of the property you're renting, period. If that comes to an end, it has to be done legally. So what I need to know is this. At any time were you denied the room that you were paying for?
No.
Okay. When do you have to be out of?
Shut off.
When was the power shut off?
About 3 months ago.
Oh my God. Wait. You've been living there and that guy's been living there without power? I say that guy, the landlord, for 3 months without power?
The landlord had decided to move out, and he is staying somewhere else in Denver, and we have been stuck here with no power for 3 months.
Power and water, or just power?
The water just got shut off last week.
Okay. So landlord moved out. Where did he go?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you continue paying rent when he moved out?
Yes, we've been watching the property for him and all of his belongings.
Oh, that's right. You weren't paying.
Out.
You were just taking care of it. Okay. So when did you get the eviction notice?
About 3 months ago.
Okay. Now listen, why haven't you been out yet?
Because we just got evicted. The eviction was just granted through the court system, and that was basically, we were blackmailed to moving out.
Well, the courts granted the eviction. Is that right?
We agreed to the eviction because of blackmail.
Tell me what blackmail are you talking about?
So my boyfriend has an unfortunate warrant out of another state, and the owner's lawyer decided to blackmail us into moving out, telling us that if we didn't move out, he was going to contact the police department on him.
That's not blackmail.
If we didn't move out.
That's not blackmail. But Nix, it's unfortunate, I will tell you that. But if you, let me just, rather than going back over everything, because you can't change it now, if the court granted an eviction, when did they say you had to be out?
We have to be out by Friday.
Okay, then let's just confine it to the facts. Right now, whether right or wrong, this deadbeat stopped paying utilities, you were without power, you stayed there as long as you could, the courts granted the eviction, you feel like you were forced to go along with it, now you have to be out. So what do you need from us, or what were you hoping we could do for you?
We were kind of hoping that we could get more information, because this is such a sensitive, in-depth situation. Like if you knew the whole story, you would have, I'm sure, a different opinion of.
Okay, now, Lee, I'm going to tell you something. Lee,
yes, sir.
I don't doubt that it's in depth. I don't doubt it at all, and I don't doubt that there's a lot more details. But truly, you guys need to come to grips with something, because you keep latching on to a few things. Let me go over them. That no matter what, it's going to come down to this. Whether he paid utilities or not is not your business. It's not as a tenant. Whether when you decided to stay there and he wasn't paying utilities, still not your business. If you live there under terrible conditions, you chose to live there. If the courts granted eviction, you got to be out of there. There is nothing, I'm telling you the truth, okay? I'm not trying to be a jerk. There's nothing I see that you can do to stop the eviction. Is that what you're hoping to do?
No.
Okay, then tell me, what are, then just tell me this. What are you hoping to do? Let's get right to it.
Honestly, I'm scared. I don't want to be out on the street again.
I don't blame you.
I've been homeless since 2000.
No. Nix, I don't blame you. But you're not going to be able to stay there.
I know. I don't want to stay here anymore.
So what were you, and I'm only asking this because truly we are in the business of trying to help people. But what were you hoping that we would tell you? That you can stay there, or that you want to find another place? Tell me what you need from us. Tell me what you need. And Lee, you can chime in. What do you guys need?
We need help just trying to find something else.
Okay. I get that.
To go over.
I get that. Hold on. I got to take a break. Let's see if anyone out there it sounds like you were faithfully paying rent and you simply need another place. And you feel like the guy was very, I get it. Right now, that's what you need to concentrate on, finding another place. And then I'd also like to find out what happens if you lay over in an emergency with this cold until you can find a place. So let's get Brad O'Brien on. And maybe we do that right after the top of the hour, because we might run out of time and I want to take Roberta. So let's line up Nix and Lee and Brad O'Brien, a real estate attorney, to talk about what happens if they have to stay there because it's an emergency. And I know the courts don't care, but what really happens to them? More right after this.
Wow, that was good.
Now, Impact Traffic.
I mean, no offense, not that it's not normally good, but that was good.
Saves for just $7.
Yeah, we're still working one crash up to the north, southbound 25 at Thornton Parkway. It was in the left lane. They've moved it to the right side, but it's backed up all the way to 120th. It's real solid up there coming out of North Glen and Thornton. Definitely keep to the left as you're coming down through that stretch. We've got an accident on Highway 93. It looks like north of 128. It looks like backups both directions there along the foothills. 270 looks better. We are still seeing quite a bit of volume heading down to it from the Tech Center, running a little sluggish. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of these favorite items for just $7. Choose from their spicy or classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 fave items for $7? Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Terms apply.
You know, when I hire someone to do my carpets, I want the cleanest carpets ever. That's what we want. But just think about this. What if you get the cleanest carpets and no residue and a healthy indoor air quality and a healthy carpet, safe for kids, safe for pets, safe for you, and no residue? That's ZeroResDenver.com. If you could have it all with purified, softened water to take out the pathogens, allergens, and old stuff from old cleanings, and then have beautiful carpet that looks like new, feels like new, and is healthy. Think about it. They do tile and grout too. They do ductwork. They do any number of services. I wouldn't have anyone else. Listen, you only live once. Make it healthy. ZeroResDenver.com. Healthy and beautiful. 303-471-5150. 303-471-5150.
Ah, you're so sweet.
Actually.
Hey,
now what?
Hey, morons, how you all doing?
F you.
How you all doing,
you
morons? You ugly morons. Hey, brothers. Now, I posted something about understanding insurance coverage. It's getting good traction. It's about car insurance, though. You know, here's the problem with my posts. They're not sexy. They're practical, good knowledge. But it's not a cat taking a piss on a dog or anything like that.
You need to, sprinkle in some racist comments or something to get some traction.
It is so important, though, the stuff I post. It really is, if people just listen to it.
What? You hear yourself? By the way, now when you have a senior moment, I can't play Hail to the Chief anymore because it's not accurate.
Ha, 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 you asshole.
No, I'm just saying that your guy is gone, so now I can't tease you with it. The Newsmax coverage of the inauguration yesterday was awesome. As the Bidens were taking off in Marine One, one of the guys on TV said, "Oh my God, it's like Saigon all over again."
I don't even know what that means.
You're not old enough, or what?
No, I mean...
I understand that helicopters leaving a disaster. You remember?
Oh.
Man, I think I was 4 and I remember. Actually, what have I been for? What day was that? Helicopters evacuate embassy Saigon. Oh, so I was 9. Okay, I remember that. April of 75. Where were you, Tom? Doing something in New York?
What date?
April of 75.
Well, I was...
The fall of Saigon.
I was in love.
Yeah.
And I was getting married on August 30th, 1975.
Wow.
To Donna.
Loved... I loved Donna. I only was around her a little bit.
Oh, we were just kids, and she's a wonderful person. Wonderful.
She was great.
Yeah, we were married 28 years.
She treated me pretty well.
Yeah, she was a good person. Or she is a good person.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's bring the hour in for a landing.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
I'm Tom Martino. I just brought Dimitri up. Dimitri, what can you tell me about Roberta? You've been working with Roberta. Is that the name she called in under?
Yes.
So what's going on, bro?
Well,
are you there? Sorry, just kidding. All right.
Well, yes, I am.
Okay, hold on. What's going on with Roberta first? You
just
tell
looking
me. Tell me when was it about her grandson?
no, Roberta is in a really tough situation because someone used her husband's ATM card.
$7,000.
Yeah, it's over $7,000. Somebody
Her debit card
Her debit card.
from an online for an online purchase.
Yeah, the place that they purchased a very expensive bicycle from is called Full Circle Bicycles. And this person paid for it online with Roberta's husband debit card, showed up at Full Circles and picked up the bicycle. And furthermore, some unknown party also used the same debit card number at AT&T store for a little over $200, but that kind of pales in comparison with the giant loss that Roberta took. She filed a police report, which I read and Roberta has been great keeping me.
But why did Wells Fargo say it was not fraud?
I read the denial letter from Wells Fargo. They offer absolutely no explanation for their position. It's a very short, curt, to-the-point letter that says, we determined that there was no fraud in this matter. And that's it. There is no avenue of appeal. There's no explanation. There's no reason that they gave. So Wells Fargo has not responded to my requests for comment. However, I just recently, a few minutes ago, I was preparing for Roberta's phone call. I did find someone that they list as their local Colorado press contact.
So you contacted them and they never got back to you?
No, but I'm not surprised, And Full Cycle, and Roberta, I apologize for not being in touch with you.
Did you call or email?
I emailed Wells Fargo.
Okay.
However, there is another avenue I'm going to take because just in preparation for Roberta's phone call, I did find someone that Wells Fargo claims to be their Colorado press relations contact, and I have this guy's phone number.
Okay.
So as soon as we're on a break, I'll call him and I'll see if Tony can help us resolve this matter. But I think there are two entities that, based on what Roberta told me, I don't think she and her husband did anything wrong. They truly are victims of identity theft in this matter. And I think that Wells Fargo should come up with a really good reason for denying this dispute.
Especially they're saying it wasn't fraud.
It wasn't fraud.
What is their reasoning, Roberta?
They didn't offer. I read the letter that they sent to
They
Roberta.
really won't give one.
Yeah, they just say, we determine it's
Yeah,
not
they
fraud.
don't give me a reason.
How do you think someone got your PIN number?
Well, I don't think a
They
PIN
didn't
number
use a
is
PIN number.
required. I've made purchases online with my debit card, and there's no PIN number required. You just need the number and the billing address. Now, let me also go a little bit further. I think the other party that has some culpability in this matter is Full Cycle Bikes, because they allowed a pickup of an extremely expensive product without requiring any ID or without even requiring the person shows them the debit card with which they paid.
Yeah. Hey, Roberta.
After the break, I'll bring you up on what the
Roberta, we're gonna try to contact that other person. Hang on. I'm Tom Martino. We're gonna try to get Brad O'Brien on as well. Then we have Henry Gretz with us from Excel Roofing. Stick around on the Troubleshooter Show. I'm Tom Martino.
All right.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
I have to step away for a little while.
No, we understand.
All right, bro. Okay, I'm going to turn. And you're up on camera.
What are you turning off? You don't want us to hear you? All right.
It's all good.
You're talking about us. We'll find out. You know that.
Yeah.
Son of a...
Hey, Brad, it's Kelly over at the Martino Show. We have a couple who is currently living in
are
an
you
apartment.
part of this?
We are getting
Are you part of the ongoing
and,
whatever
with
here?
the cold weather and things like that, Tom
You got a
wanted
live
you to
coming up?
come on to see if they have any recourse.
Okay, hang on, brother.
Okay,
Kelly will
hang on.
talk to you. Hang on.
Is that Joe?
None of your business.
Nope, I'm just going to put them up on the board.
No! I always tell him, Kelly's going to have to talk to you for some reason. Hang on.
How's it going over there? Who's all in the studio today?
None of your business!
Sounds like someone's feisty.
I've been eating uncured turkey dogs all morning, and I'm kind of full of it here.
Be careful. I hear those have some microplastics in them.
Right there.
Dude, how are you going to avoid any of that stuff? I don't entirely care. My whole life has kind of a 5-second rule,
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, Kelly and Dollar are here for your entertainment.
Yeah. I have some food on order. I guess I should have asked. I placed it like first thing when I got here. I got breakfast. It hasn't showed up yet. So, yeah. I hear you. I do too.
I'm not hungry. Nope. But I want to make sure you get some food because you're going to need your energy. Oh.
Got you, Joe. You're all set for the next break, okay? Uh-huh.
Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, and I welcome you to the show. I like calling it the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe, and that would make me a unique host. Hey, all kidding aside, I try to come on the radio every day as I've done for 50 years, 45 in Denver, just solving problems and helping people. God, I love doing it. Now, sometimes there is no help, but there's information. Well, I guess that is help, isn't it? And with Nix, there's a problem, and I want to bring Brad O'Brien up. Brad is my real estate expert. He's a real estate attorney, O'Brien Legal Services, and I really like using him for questions like this. And by the way, we also have Excel Roofing with us today. We've been talking about roofing issues and claims, so we got a whole plethora of things to speak about. Brad O'Brien, welcome. I want to summarize Nix's problem. Nix and her boyfriend. I mean, I'm going to summarize it. I'm sure they have details they want you to know. But Nix and her boyfriend were living in a house, and they were, at first, Nix was paying about $200 for a room. And then within the first year, she and the landlord decided it would be better if she just kept the place up, cleaned up around, because the landlord lived there too, instead of paying rent. Because she said, and I told her it was none of her business, but she said the money she was paying wasn't going toward anything at the house anyway. And like I told her, that doesn't matter. I mean, if you're paying rent, it doesn't matter if he buys cigarettes with the money. Anyway, what happened was the landlord fell on even worse financial times, stopped making payments to utilities. They were shut off. He moved out. They were living there without power for 3 months. Now, they've been there a total. She's been there a total of about 3 years. The boyfriend has been there about 2 years, 2.5 years. So they just got granted an eviction. I mean, the courts just granted the landlord an eviction. Of course, she claims they were blackmailed into going along with it because of a criminal record that came up for the boyfriend. And I told her it doesn't matter if there's a legal eviction granted by the courts and they have to be out by Friday. Let's cut through all the smoke and mirrors. Let's just get right to it. But what I want to know is this, a very simple question. It's an emergency. It's cold. They don't have another place to go. What are the consequences if Nick and her boyfriend Lee just stay there until they can find a place. What happens in a case like that? Do they literally forcibly remove them? How does it work, Brad O'Brien?
Well, Tom, the very end of an eviction proceeding is where the sheriff shows up and oversees the physical eviction of the tenant. And that's where the sheriff doesn't do the actual moving. The landlord is responsible for bringing in movers. And they, within the course of about an hour or so, they move everything out to the curb, and the tenants get physically evicted. The locks get changed, and that's it. So that's what happens at the very end, if it goes that far.
Okay. So will they physically remove them then, physically?
Oh, yes. Sheriff actually physically removes the tenants when the sheriff is there to enforce the writ of restitution.
Okay. So Nick's, they wanted to also know, are there any extenuating circumstances like blackmail or anything else, or the fact that he didn't pay his bills, or they lived without power for 3 months or whatever? Any circumstances that could delay this eviction now that it's been granted?
Well, the lack of power is normally grounds for a claim of breach of the warranty of habitability, which is like no heat, no electricity, no water, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, but they should have brought that up before the eviction was entered into.
Well, they were forced. They were forced to go along with it. They were forced. Now, does that matter if they feel like they were blackmailed because he has a criminal record and they said they were going to call authorities?
And I have proof of that as well.
Nix, go ahead.
That's something they could have brought up before.
Yeah, but would it have mattered? What I'm saying is this. If Nick said to the courts, we don't want to go along with this eviction, but we have no choice. They're forcing us, or they're going to call the authorities on my boyfriend who has a criminal past. By the way, Nix, is there a warrant out for your boyfriend?
Yes.
So why do you feel calling law enforcement on a lawfully executed arrest warrant is blackmail? I'm just curious.
So if
hold on, Dimitri, go ahead quickly. Hold on, Dimitri, go ahead.
Yeah, Tom, I actually did look this up. There's a professional responsibility rule that governs Colorado lawyers, and Rule 4.5, Section A, prohibits any threat of criminal prosecution if the lawyer is using it to leverage his position in a civil matter. So if that's really what's going on,
no, hold on. I think what that law means.
Help her.
I think what that rule means is threatening to turn it into a criminal prosecution, not an existing lawfully executed arrest warrant. There's nothing against the law about calling authorities.
Yeah, I'm sure you're probably right. And even if it was, this is not going to help our caller find alternative housing within the next.
Brad, do you want to just weigh in on that? I mean, would the court say, hey?
Yeah, this rule of professional.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, this rule of professional responsibility for attorneys is that an attorney cannot threaten to bring a criminal action in order to advance their civil case. So they couldn't have used it. The lawyer couldn't use it to try to get this eviction go through quicker. Now,
but
that
he
doesn't
did.
stop anybody from actually calling the
police.
police.
But it was a lawfully. See, he didn't bring the criminal action. It was already there. Does that matter?
Yeah, right.
But there's
Brad?
No, it doesn't, I don't think, because it's the threat that is prohibited by attorneys,
the threat.
not actually doing it.
Got it. So even if you are housing a criminal and you tell that criminal, I know you're a criminal and I'm going to call authorities if you don't leave, that is prohibited.
Yes. The only way that a landlord can get a tenant out on these grounds is if there was a lie in the application, where they said they don't have a criminal background, and that was a lie.
Okay.
The landlord would have to bring an eviction action based on the lie, as opposed to non-payment of rent.
Okay. Here's the deal. She's got to be out by Friday. So your advice is she needs to find a place. I mean, bottom line, I think it's too late to do anything. What do you think?
There's no leniency in the statute, in the eviction statutes, but some people, like a judge or the actual sheriff who's going to conduct a physical eviction, do have some discretion. And the sheriff, you might convince them to hold off for a couple of days because they have a calendar. They can do this eviction in one day, or they can do it a couple of days later. So somebody might appeal to the sheriff who's going to do it to try to delay it.
Is it likely they'll show up right on the day they're supposed to leave, or is it likely there would have to be a complaint made by the landlord?
What county is this in?
Nix?
Denver.
Okay. Denver, they're a couple of weeks out as far as exercising writs of restitution. That's the sheriff's office. And sometimes the sheriff would delay if there's if there's a weather event. Anyway, so also the sheriff they normally give a heads up. Well, sometimes they give a heads up to the tenant to let them know it's coming. Although some sheriffs don't do that because they don't want the tenant to know the actual time of the eviction because they might do things that are not smart.
Okay. So, Nix, I'm going to put your situation out there to see if we have anybody that might want to offer you a place to stay. If you have been faithfully paying, it sounds like you are just a victim of circumstances. I want to ask about employment and all of that stuff. Maybe there's someone listening that wants to help. Brad, thank you so much. O'Brien Legal Services, and that's OLS. That stands for O'Brien Legal Services, OLSlaw.com, 720-370-7388.
Didn't write anything, but you got a big banker.
New health goals, not just for your body, but your fine.
Big banker and a little maid in the shade. Become the banker, maid in the shade. Thank you.
One mistake, and not even
you
your
didn't put
mistake,
even
to
made it
expose
down.
you to
I'll put
identity
that down.
theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's
I did what to your what?
Shut up.
guaranteed or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity help.
You first.
There's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
I've said this before. There is no one investment good for everyone or bad for everyone. The important thing is education. The important thing is making the right choice at the right stage in your life. Joe Chiano is a certified financial planner, and he likes to have some educational seminars and talk about some of the things he offers. And that's like a fixed indexed annuity, which as you get older may want to consider. I talked to someone the other day, Joe, and this was the perfect vehicle for them because all they had was a bunch of equity. They wanted to downsize. They wanted to know what to do with the money to supplement their Social Security. And I says, sometimes the security of that income is what you need. But I want people to know you're having a seminar coming up. Talk about it.
That is right, Tom. We are really excited to have another seminar, and this is going to be a more intimate seminar. You have attended about 2 or 3 on a movie theater that was totally sold out. It's really a popular seminar. This seminar is going to be at a hotel called the Even Hotel in the Denver Tech Center. And this will be Thursday, January the 30th at 6:30 p.m. And we're going to show a private showing of the popular movie, The Baby Boomer Dilemma. And this movie, and you've seen it before, it talks about Social Security. It talks about Medicare. It talks about the importance of having a guaranteed income for the rest of people's lives during retirement. This is really what people want today when they're nearing or during retirement. They don't want to outlive their money.
Right.
So
By the way, Joe,
this will be a fantastic event.
I want them to call you at 303-779-6600, January 30th in the evening, 303-779-6600. And by the way, I just went to mymoneymyway.com, your website. And it's a wonderful website, but I don't see anything on the front page that talks about this seminar. Is there...
Right.
what should they do when they get to mymoneymyway.com?
They can just register, and we'll get the registration. Right now, the website is being updated to include this fantastic seminar.
Good. I wanted to make sure that they knew that. So give them a call right now, 303-779-6600. Then there will be a registration available at mymoneymyway.com. I'm Tom Martino, and I want to tell you about another wonderful service that I think people should avail themselves of, Made in the Shade for window coverings. Made in the Shade covers every kind of window covering, every kind. From rolling things on the outside to protect your windows to shutters and blinds and curtains and drapes and shades. You know, listen, they come and make suggestions and measure everything. One-stop shopping. They try to hit your budget. If you like it, they install everything. And I think it's a convenient, good, honest way of doing it. 720-458-6566. And that's Made in the Shade. In Denver, 720-458-6566.
Thank you.
Was that your food? I don't care. Just make sure you eat. Just don't bring it down here.
I don't know how I had time to listen to that yesterday because, man, I even gave up on how many speeches of his I listened to because it was the same speech. Right. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I running errands yesterday, so I only heard bits and pieces.
I don't know why. I'm a guy that likes pomp and circumstance. I enjoy it, and even though we do good, and
who's running Alberta? What job is that? It's not. Is it governor, premier, whatever the head of Alberta is? She was at the inauguration and was asked about 51st state stuff, and she's like,
it probably is in the bottom.
We all know how Trump is, but it's inspired us to help sell more energy to America as quickly as we can to make this part of the world energy independent again.
Yep.
Let's make them our 51st state. No. Wait. Let's open up a pipeline. Take it easy. Yeah.
Who's doing the game tonight?
Who?
The CU game.
What about it?
Who's doing it? Is it here?
Yeah, it's in Colorado. Is that?
Hey, Kachina.
At 9 p.m. What?
I need to get Brian Burns from Compass on. It's about, hold on. It's about a text. Hold on. It's about rent, just about coverage of property within a rental unit of some kind. It's just, he'll know it. I just want to talk in general, if we can get him on. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Hey, shut up.
Yes, sir.
I'll come over there right now, and I don't care. I will.
Denver.
I don't believe you.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino. RenewHomeInnovations.com. God, do I love them. They do the most beautiful shower conversions with porcelain sheets. No maintenance. 2 or 3 days to do it. 72 months to pay with no interest. RenewHomeInnovations.com. I know Nick and his team. 303-904-2000. Beautiful porcelain. I mean, you've never seen a more beautiful conversion. 303-904-2000. Hey, Roberta has a follow-up I'm going to bring up. I'm going to bring up Dimitri, Deputy D. And so here was the issue. Roberta noticed on her debit card there was an e-bike and some other stuff purchased, about $7,000 or more in charges. Wells Fargo never got back to Dimitri, and for some reason, the denial letter says we don't think it's fraud. So where does it stand right now, Deputy D?
Hi, Tom and Roberta. I think you're going to be pretty happy with the development that just took place over the past couple of minutes. I did track down a really, really great contact deep inside of Wells Fargo. A gentleman by the name of Tony Timmons is in charge of press relations for Colorado. And he and I had a conversation about your matter. And he is taking your case extremely, extremely seriously. He said, here's what we agreed to. And I already emailed this to you just about a minute ago. If you email him, I sent you his contact information.
What's his first name?
His name is Tony. And really,
The Colorado contact?
Yeah, for press relations. He picked up on the first ring. This guy's not playing around. So, Roberta, here's what he told me. If you send him 3 things in one email, your brief statement about the 2 fraudulent charges. Second is the police report. And by the way, I read the latest iteration of the police report. They are really taking this seriously. They got search warrants for IP addresses.
Wow.
Boulder is really on the ball on this. And I think that police report really supports you very, very strongly. And then the third thing, if you could said, Tony, is the Wells Fargo charge dispute denial letter, because we'll probably have your case number. Here's what he's going to do with this. He's personally going to walk this over to a special department that they have within Wells Fargo that exists to reinvestigate cases such as this. He said that it will take about 5 business days to complete their reinvestigation. And then he's going to contact you and us to tell us what Wells Fargo position on this matter is. So I think the stonewalling is over. And I think you've got a very high quality contact within Wells Fargo. So in case Tony doesn't get back to me but gets back to you, would you mind calling us again and let us know how this turned out? But I have a feeling based on the strength of your position and based on Tony's enthusiasm to help us out, I think you're going to get some pretty good news from Tony and Wells Fargo pretty soon.
That's cool.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay, so did you give her the email yet?
I emailed Roberta, I emailed it to you a couple of minutes ago.
Okay, Roberta.
Okay.
303.
I will look for that. I will do the 3 things and get it.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you at the end of next week.
Listen, this is what we mean. We want to help, and we have great deputies. Who's in the house today? Is it Dollar and Chopper now? Is Chopper back in the house?
Yes.
Chopper, good to see you. I don't see you, but good to have you there. And Dollar, the same with you.
I'm back, Tom.
Thanks, man. Are you feeling good? Everything's good, right? Okay. And
Everything's good. I feel great now.
Good. And Dollar, what's new on your plate?
Hey, my birthday was yesterday.
Really?
Not as old as you, but
hey, shut up. Hey, really? So that's wonderful, though. Did you have a happy time? What are you doing? Buy yourself a car?
Oh yeah.
No, you didn't.
Nope, not going to buy a car.
Yeah,
just do no.
You know what? I love my car so much, but I have to downsize. I have to downsize my car. I really do. I don't need a big car anymore. You know, my days of hauling crap and all of that, they're behind me. So. Anyway, what I'd like to do is, Dollar, did you get that information, by the way, that we've been talking about on that one I said to get?
From Lydia?
Let me see. Yeah, from Lydia. On the
roofing. I haven't had a chance to call her yet, but I will at the break here.
Okay. So let's see what's going on there. And then I want to talk about some stuff going on in the news. And I want to know, look, I know there's a general bend in our opinions, whether you skew conservative or progressive or liberal, but this is not meant to be political. And I don't think everyone can be wrong, but I want your opinion. Now, I love my morons here because they're instant live feedback, but you can also text me on my text number, and I'll get it right now. 747-999-5280. Now, I'll help you remember that number. 747 is a big airplane, and I love big jets. 999 is only because it's as close to perfection as you can get without, you can't write 10, 10, 10 in a phone number, so it's 747 999. And then 5280 for the Mile High City. 747 999 5280. I want your opinion on a few things. They say that never before, never has employment or employees been disconnected as much as they are from their jobs. They're not dedicated. They're not loyal. They don't give a squat. Now, not all of them, but for the first time, they say in history, there's a record number of employees disconnected. It used to be a minority, 10, 12%. Now they're saying that up to 60 and 70%. Think about that. Up to 60 or 70% of employees are disconnected. They don't like their job. They don't like their bosses. What do you think that's about? Can it be they're all crybabies and snowflakes? I don't think so. But of course, I want your opinions on that. 303-713-TALK. Now remember, it's 747-999-5280. And let me see, one other thing. I want to tell you that when it comes to real estate, Frank Duran has been running ragged doing these analyses of people's property. Not because they want a list, but because he offers this to you. If you're looking to get out of Dodge, to downsize, upsize, whatever, he'll give you a complete analysis of what your home's worth and what it will sell for based on comps, supply and demand, interest rates, all of the factors. 303-920-1622.
Sorry,
Let me type this out. Dear Shannon, this is Tom Martino. Hey, I am about to go to a break right now. If you could be so kind.
You start meandering down the highway with your turn signal on. I don't know when you're exiting.
Great.
Yeah, we've had a real tough situation out on Highway 93 because of the winds coming off the foothills and blowing across 93, causing whiteout conditions a little bit earlier. Now, the winds have subsided considerably, but it did glaze over that stretch in between Boulder and Golden, basically. It's very slow moving. They had it closed. It looks like they've reopened, but you want to use extreme caution if you're out there on the foothills, Drive 93. Freeways here in town look good. Penya's running slightly heavy coming out of the airport, 270 also out of Commerce City, but no big problems as far as crashes.
Okay.
With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Thank you.
True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Visit TrueGreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. That's TRUGreen.com. Official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
John Fuller is a personal injury attorney that I hope you never need. But what I love about John Fuller, not only do we use him as an expert on this show, he even fills in on the show. He's so smart. He'll take your phone calls before you hire him, even if you'll never hire him, to answer your questions. He truly is dedicated to helping people. And there's no charge. In fact, if you hire him, there's no out-of-pocket. It's all on a percentage fee basis. Now, his website reminds you to call Fuller because it's callfuller.com. www.callfuller.com. And his number to call, as soon as there's first sign of trouble, is 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500.
Yeah?
Okay. You're not going to eat it. Okay? And I'm telling you, I'm ordering it. But don't you dare tell me, oh, God, order it. Because I'd be happy to order it. What's that? No, you're pretty good, kid.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages Civic tax relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic tax relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't know the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Okay, my order's in. Love it. Love it.
800-506-5803.
Is that Michael Brown?
Hey, Henry. Needless to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. You know what? I ought to go back. Just walk around alone.
Locations in Colorado Springs and Littleton. My friends at 888heating.com can give you peace of mind this winter with their deep clean for your furnace. Just $45. Their clean team pledges to get the dirt and grime out.
Is Mark and Sue back in town? Is they make it in town?
Suzanne didn't go.
She didn't go?
She's still here.
Oh, I thought she did.
But I think Mark's coming back tomorrow.
Kitchen, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. We have our wordable treatment.
Yeah, I guess I was listening to KOA for some reason. And Ryan, that comes in at 2. He was down. He went to the inauguration as well. He said they had to wait outside for 4 hours.
Good morning. Thanks for calling
And it was
the
cold.
Tom Martino Show.
Really cold.
Tom Martino Show.
Who? Oh.
But he might have had a press pass, but he still had to wait.
I never saw him.
Right.
Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell. And many advisors
It's a late night date with the Cougars. This is Voice of Us Mark Johnson. Tonight, the Buffs host BYU in Boulder. Coverage begins at 8:30, tip-off at 9 on KOA and on iHeartRadio.
New standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standard. Call Trajan Wealth. Call 720-4.
All right. You guys about done with your spa day over there?
I don't know if you have it.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
What? All right.
I'm here, you jerk.
Are you guys doing each other's nails? What's going on over there?
Well, are we on? I don't hear it. Turley, are we on?
No, not
okay.
yet. Just stand by.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
YouTube.
Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Now, I got a text about insurance, and I want to get Compass on. And we want to talk about insuring stuff inside of rentals. But what if that rental is a storage unit or an airplane hangar or a man cave, stuff like that? I've gotten plenty of inquiries that insurance companies are reluctant to write stuff like that. Or what about liability? If somebody trips and falls in it, or what insurance is needed? And speaking of insurance, I want to bring something up. I was so tired of people misunderstanding insurance coverage that I posted on X and on, I don't think if I did it on Instagram yet, I will. I also did it on YouTube and on the referral list channel and also on my LinkedIn. I posted a video that outlines what car insurance is and what it covers. The basics for people looking for car insurance. So many coverages are misunderstood. And I went through each and every one of them. You know, sometimes it's hard to get people to look at videos that actually impart information, that actually information that's good for them. You know, it's like I said, it's not, you know, a dog talking. It's not a girl dancing with boobs. It's just good old fashioned information. And I just leave it there hoping that it catches on and people use it. So I ask people, why are more workers now disengaged than ever before? Not caring about their job. Not caring. I mean, like totally disconnected. It used to be 10, 12%. Now we're looking at 60 and 70%. The majority of workers. Now, one guy, I think maybe it's not a guy. Somebody said, Tom, people don't want to work hard anymore. Due to social media influences, they want easy money. People are not connected to real life. So maybe they feel that employment is a pain in the ass and it's just temporary. So they don't get involved. They don't do their best. That's a good observation. I think also that and this is engendered in politics. You can make a decision on who does it and who doesn't. But I call it envy. And there's been an overall, I think, opinion that if you're successful and you make lots of money, you've done something wrong or evil. It's not lauded. It's not celebrated. People tend to dislike you. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. I think that everyone should do well. And you know, in this economy and in our system, there doesn't have to be a winner and a loser. In Vegas, there has to be a winner and a loser. There doesn't have to be a winner and a loser in the economy. There doesn't. Or in investments. There doesn't have to be a winner and a loser. You see, there are two ways of making money. I've said this before on the many, many calls I've done with my investors at Wave 8 Wealth Management. When they have texted me, and I know you're listening because I've talked to a dozen people who have texted me wanting me to talk to them along with my colleagues at Wave 8 Wealth Management. And I've talked to them. Some of you have very little money, but you need to know what to do with it and where to go and how to grow. But you don't need a financial advisor now. Many of you are wasting your money and paying fees to these online services you shouldn't need. Some are with big giant brokerages that don't know you from Adam. Some are doing a good job and their financial advisors are really taking care of them. That's a minority of the people I talk to. But here's one thing that I found out is that everyone needs an opinion and everyone needs help. And the biggest problem I find in financial advisement, and that's investment advisement in general, that people invest for you have two ways of gaining wealth. You have growing equity, meaning you buy something and it grows in value. Now, that could be jewelry, that could be artwork, that could be a home, a rental, that could be your primary residence, that could be anything that grows in value. So then you have equity. That is a nest egg of sorts. Then you also have cash flow. You know, a lot of people make money. They have good paychecks, good money. So now when you have equity and you have cash flow, but you need conversion back and forth in order to create wealth. If you have cash flow, you have to convert some of it to equity building investments, some of it, because you want that growth. you're not paying taxes on it, and you're getting growth. But then at some point in your life, that has to be converted back to cash flow. So many times during your life, you're doing this conversion from cash flow to equity, from equity to cash flow. The secret in building wealth is when to do it. You never get rich spending money you make. You never get rich just growing equity. There must be conversion. Anyway, that's what people fail at more than anything. And one other thing, sharks. People that when you go to them, here's the very first thing on their mind. How much can I make from this person? Now you might think, well, isn't that natural? No, it isn't. You can make money from people who you service and do good things for. On a moderate level, you can do that. But there are some people that shouldn't be with you, or shouldn't buy an annuity, or shouldn't buy life insurance, or shouldn't buy a house, or shouldn't buy this, because there are people with individual circumstances, and those people have not been addressed. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up. If you ever want to text me for a private session, if you ever want to text me about anything like that, I'm at your disposal, 747-999-5280. You can also go to investwithmartino.com. And we have an issue with a furnace coming right up. So Jeannie, we're going to get right to you. Then we also have excelroofing.com with us. Hang on.
Very nice.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast.
Yeah, we've had a real tough situation out on Highway 93 because of the winds coming off the foothills and blowing across 93, causing whiteout conditions a little bit earlier. Now, the winds have subsided considerably, but it did glaze over that stretch in between Boulder and Golden. Basically, it's very slow moving. They had it closed. It looks like they've reopened, but you want to use extreme caution if you're out there on the foothills, Drive 93. Freeways here in town look good. Pena's running slightly heavy coming out of the airport, 270 also out of Commerce City, but no big problems as far as crashes. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Freshen up your morning with a Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator, or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or even a Honey Buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's.
You know, I can think of nothing more shocking than a DUI or being accused of a crime or being accused of being, anything, a crime. You can't shop for an attorney under pressure. Joseph A. Lazara, I've known for so many years, I think going on 30 or more, and he can help you with free initial consultations always, and then flat rate pricing. That's what's great. You're not nickeled and dimed. Lazzara, Lazara, legal.com. He's on referralist.com, and you can call him directly. Put the name down in case you ever have to refer him or need him. Don't shop under pressure. 303-429-6200, 429-6200.
Awesome.
Boy, he's had a growth spur.
What do you mean?
Oh, he is tall.
I'm telling you,
Think he would
this time around,
learn how to play basketball with that height.
Ever was. And you notice people aren't shunning him at the entertainers were there. Everyone showed up and says, you know what? Let's give him a chance. Not everyone.
Even Nellie was all up in there. Nellie.
Yeah.
I love these guys. I love Anthony's.
No idea.
Is now ready for pickup or will be delivered. And nobody. I'm just kidding, guys. If you want, I'm just kidding about not share. I just got a small one, but I'm all for you guys having it. Once you smell it, I have it double cut so you can have a small. But I just got the 12-inch one. For the first time in my life, I have to gain one. But not fat.
Trump just bring back law and order.
Some fat.
Yesterday, pardon.
I am down to my
roots. A bunch of those people that
I think he should have went one-on-one on every one of those cases. I mean, there was a lot of those people.
I'm not losing.
Being in the business that got probably just grab his, but there's some of those people that probably deserve to be where they're at.
Oh, absolutely.
I think anyone that broke glass to get in there or something like that.
Yeah.
But
assaulted a police officer.
But again, they've been in there, what, 16 months or how long?
Oh, you're right. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's, you normally don't get that sort of sentence. So, I mean, if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
But then again, what Biden did in his last 15 minutes are hard to do too.
That's just... Yeah, when he said he wasn't going to do that, like when Hunter was being investigated, he said, "No, I'm not going to get involved."
Yeah, I did.
KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jeannie, what's going on?
Yes.
What's
hey there, can I read what I wrote?
Yes, you can. If it gets
Making
boring,
it
I'm going to...
easy.
Hold on. I may interrupt you for questions. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to say what James Patterson says. If you don't know the answer, don't ask the question. That's why I called your show.
Okay.
I'm a seasoned home flipper for 15 years, to be exact. 15 homes, to be exact. That's 2 every other year. I'm 71, and this is the second best house out of them all. And I'm keeping this one with the view of with the views. I don't want to mention where I'm calling from. I called 6 HVAC companies for quotes beginning 2023 up until the end of 24.
Now, was
Kept
this for...
everyone's
Hold on,
quotes,
Jeannie, hold on. So this is for the house you're going to keep, like your dream home, right?
Right.
Okay. So You
So I
called
kept
six
everybody's
companies.
quotes and
You called six companies. And what
right.
happened?
I kept all their quotes.
And what was the quote for?
Insurance
What was the
agent,
quote for?
new furnace, air conditioning.
Okay, the whole system. Got it.
Correct.
Okay, keep going, dear.
So, 5 HVAC guys recommended 3 ton, and 1 recommended 3.5. I told them all that I converted the electric dryer, freeing up the 230 breaker, to a gas dryer. So I bought a gas dryer. Removed a pool pump, no dishwasher, and I live alone. I also showed them a load calculation prepared by an electrical engineer.
So the ones, let me ask you a few questions. The
ones
ones that offered 3 ton, did they do heat loss calculations based on your house?
Not one.
And what about the ones that
Not one. Not even the 3.5
Okay.
person.
So these guys, when they came to sell you the system or give you a quote, how did they determine the size? Did they look at your old system, or did you ask them how they determined the size?
They looked at the furnace, existing 3 ton, and then they went purely by square footage.
How many square feet do you have?
1654.
And is it a ranch or 2-story?
3 bedroom, 2 bath.
Okay, but is it a ranch or a 2-story?
Ranch, flat roof.
Okay, now, flat roof, you said?
Correct.
A flat roof. So do you have any space between your ceiling and the outside where there's insulation?
Only the decking and a foam roof, which is about 2.5 inches thick, which really is a great barrier.
Okay, 2.5 inch foam insulation, right?
On the roof. On the roof. It is the roof.
How are the walls insulated?
The walls have a 16 wool rock insulation.
16 wool? What do you mean 16?
Wool density.
Okay. Wool. You're talking about the wool.
Wool rock. It's the wool rock. It's real good old stuff.
Are you saying wrap?
No, I'm saying wool like a sweater. Wool rock like a stone.
Rock. Got it, ma'am. Got it. Okay. Now, here's what I want to know.
Okay, let's add this.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to add this. Windows, brand new windows.
What kind of windows? What kind of
brand
windows?
new stucco job. That means 4 mud coats on the exterior.
What kind of windows?
Added insulation.
What kind of windows?
What kind? Aluminum.
Yeah, but
aluminum.
Are they good?
Double pane.
Okay, hold on. I'm Tom Martino. We'll talk about this coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-8255. Don't forget, you can call.
Oh, sorry, I turned you off. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I know it.
Thought you were done.
Doctor told me.
Oh.
I'm in the studio. We discussed it. Don't worry about it. He knew everything about it. He said there was a
Hey, morons.
Yep. No, I like the doctor, but I got to go because this goes out over YouTube. Bye. Why don't you get a top of the line Genesis, Tom?
For a car?
Yeah, I mean that's like a BMW without the headaches.
What headache do I have?
That 60,000, you know, you got to get rid of it because it's going to fall apart deal.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to fall apart. But I don't need how big it is. And a Genesis is big too. You talking about the SUV?
Oh, how big is it, Tom?
I think they have both models.
Okay, listen, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of an EV of some kind. What do you think?
I know you like the design, but it would be really big. Is that EV that looks like an Avalanche?
Like a what? An Avalanche?
They made it look like an Avalanche. It's an EV model, though. But that's big.
What is it called?
I think it's just a Silverado EV. We looked at it a couple months back.
I got to step away. I'm going to put on a wide shot. I opened up your mic, okay, bro?
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Kelly, are you in there?
Yeah.
I grabbed the wrong mouse and got rid of the screen thing. Could you come back when you have a second? I went and grabbed that mouse and lost this call screener.
Did you close it up?
I don't know. I just moved it. It may not have been up, but I thought it was. There it is. Thank you.
Purposely did not get coffee this time, bro. All right. Back.
10 seconds.
Oh, no.
Enter it now at khow.com. Keep listening to win on 630 K.
You better believe it.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to.
Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303 713 Talk 713 8255. We were talking to Jeannie about HVAC systems. And Jeannie, I checked with some of my experts with the variables you've given me.
You did.
Yeah, I did. And
Thank you.
I also want to have you back on when they're on tomorrow. I do, to talk specifics. But what I'm coming up with is a 3-ton system for your size. 3-ton. Now, tons is for the cooling part. Okay. For the heating part, it goes by BTU. So about 33,000 BTU. Okay. So if you get something, if you get a 3-ton and a heating system of about 33,000 BTUs, even 30,000 could do it, but that's what you need. That's truly what you need. What other issues did you come up against when shopping? And could you tell me the companies you checked with?
No, I can't bring. I don't want to give you the name of the company that did the install.
Oh, wait.
You...
You already had it installed. Which one did you go with? Which size?
I ordered he gave me the 3.5 proposal on all 3 components. I went along with that.
What do you mean?
Wait.
What do you mean 3 components? Furnaces don't come in tonnage. So what do you mean?
The coil, the furnace, and the condenser.
Yeah, but the furnace doesn't get measured in tonnage. But he matched a furnace to the 3.5 AC is what you're saying.
I had a 3-ton in there, and I wanted a 3.5.
I know what you said. Now I'm asking, what is the heating part of it? How many BTUs?
Oh, can't tell you unless I look it up online.
Okay, now I'm going to ask this. What is the issue today that has you calling me?
Okay. And I took the man through the house, pointing out what I'm going to say. In the bedroom, there are 3 floor vents, as well 2 cold air returns.
Right.
So that sized up the noise from the blower.
So
that's the number 1 issue.
The number 1 issue
is headed up about
Jeannie, is it 1 bedroom that has the 2 return vents?
Correct.
Why? Is it an extra large room?
Because the bathroom has a changing room and a shower room and no exterior venting.
Okay.
The bedroom had a vent in the ceiling to accommodate the swamp cooling. That is acting as a cold air return now.
Okay.
So I got 2 cold air returns blowing noise. All within, 10 feet of the bed.
Okay, but let me explain something to you, Jeannie. Returns don't blow.
Okay.
They're returns. So
Well, you could put a incense up there and it draws.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Now, how many returns around the house do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. That's adequate. And they're located at the bottom of the room?
At the bottom of the room?
A return should be at the bottom of the wall or about 6 to 8 inches above the floor. They should not be high. Are your returns low or high?
They're in the ceiling.
Well, that's
There's
not.
one. There's one in the ceiling of the kitchen/den, and all the other swamp cooler vents are going to, according to him, act as cold air return.
But where are they located on the wall, high or low?
In the ceiling.
Okay, Jeannie, that is the
All
most
in the
that is the
ceiling.
most screwed up system I have ever heard. So,
Okay, this house was built for swamp cooling.
well, I don't care what it was built for.
And then
Your
a
cold air
furnace
returns are not in the
system.
right place. So, listen, how old is the house?
50.
I want to get you back on tomorrow with an expert that will talk about your specific information, okay? Now, Kachina, this is really important. Kachina, you listening?
I am.
Put down the mimosa. Now, I want to get her on tomorrow because we have our HVAC experts on, but in the second hour we start that.
Okay.
So John Fuller is doing the first hour tomorrow, right? Yeah. And I'm going to come in on the second hour, and I want to get her on. So please mark that down. And we'll get one of our experts on to talk about this. So, Jeannie, I am going to get you back on with someone specific so we can talk about it. Now, is noise your only issue? Is it heating adequately right now?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
4 ton. 4 ton.
Okay. We're going to get it. What did you just say, ton? Did you just say 4 ton?
Yeah. He put in a 4 ton.
You said 3.5. Now it's a 4 ton?
Well, actually, if you keep track on my email to you, you'll recall. The agreement was a 3.5 ton.
Yes.
He installed a 4 ton, and I called him out on it the very next day looking at the model numbers. He put in a 4, but the coil underneath is a 3.5.
Oh, my God.
I stopped him before he put in the air conditioning condenser.
Are they mismatched?
And it's a matter of also, what?
So you have some parts of the AC are 4 and some parts are 3.5?
Right.
All right. Get her on
And
hold.
he
Get
put
your
in his
information. Jeannie, make yourself
proposal
available
every-
tomorrow. Thank you. 303-713-TALK. Kachina, talk to her. I want to get her involved tomorrow. I want to get her on tomorrow. 303-713-8255. Tom, I have an issue. He said, I just listened to the problem. He must be listening to a past show about Ernie and American Restoration. And he says, you know, I will give you a hint that basically he should be understanding this. They should have done a better job explaining. I'm paraphrasing. And I believe when you do a restoration, it should be the same way. It shouldn't matter what insurance pays you. What should matter is on what it costs to do. I don't know what this guy is really trying. I really don't know what you're saying, but we are trying to understand the situation. He ran out of money, basically, and insurance stopped paying, and we got to figure out why. And I forget who we gave this to work on. Wait, was it you, Dimitri, was it you on American Restoration and Ernie?
No, I don't remember. I remember the call. I don't remember who was assigned to him, working at another different insurance company.
No, Ernie. It was Bo. A Deputy Bo.
Deputy Bo has the day off, but he's scheduled to work tomorrow.
So we'll talk to him tomorrow. 303-713-8255. We got more coming right up on the Troubleshooter Show. It's important that you always stay tuned. Hey, by the way, were you able to get Compass, by the way? I need to get Brian on.
So he's at a doctor's appointment with his wife, so he's going to come on in the 1 o'clock hour.
Excellent day. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. I've been in touch with this company. They've been on my list for so many years. They're wonderful. Whether it be the garage door itself or the opener or any component, all of their prices are on the website. Now, the name of the company is One Clear Choice Garage Doors. The website is oneclearchoicedoors.com. 720-370-3987. Dear Dragon,
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trade.
Who's speaking right now?
Retire within the next 10 years. Don't wait, only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire, only to be required to go back to work. All because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
I love my sponsors, and I like what they each bring to the table. DiscountBath.com decided they're going to do baths at a discount, and they really mean it. It's not sacrificing quality, although they have things for fix and flips if you want, bathrooms, and then they have the ultimate remodels. Here's the choice. It's yours. You go to discountbath.com, do a video, narrate it, upload it. They'll give you a price without ever coming to your home, and it's a great price. In fact, they do shower conversions complete at $9,888 if you want a fast, beautiful shower conversion, or if you want a bathroom, a hallway remodeled, the master, maybe a roughed-in area in the basement where the plumbing is, they'll give you a price, and you can trust them. Really, you can. DiscountBath.com. Chris and his team are my buds. DiscountBath.com. 720-979-2322. I feel the same way about Made in the Shade. In fact, I like Brandon and his team. You know what? If you're looking for window coverings, they'll come give you a quote on everything. And they'll have a designer measure and make suggestions. They have the best installation team. So if you're looking for shades, Made in the Shade. And they're also curtains and blinds and shutters and everything you want. 720-458-6566. 720-458-6566. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. I like these guys. Family owned and operated. They take a look at your retirement plan and try to shore it up where you need help, where you don't need help, where you're top heavy, maybe where you need to do some diversification. Maybe you need estate planning, whatever you need, they're there to help you. rpcenter.com. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. You call them first, ask what they can do for you. No obligation. 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211.
Man, I am happy.
Oh, I'm getting a static. Give me a call right back.
Mm-hmm. How much time do I have?
90 seconds.
Hey, you piece of garbage here. Hey, you should have told me that.
What?
And never mind.
Sure. Next time you don't tell me what you need to know, I won't tell you what you need to know.
Okay, that's a deal, bro.
Yeah.
I don't need to know anything right now.
Right. So I'm not telling you anything.
Good.
No, you sound okay.
Canadian border.
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually foresee some of that coming to ICE agents.
Yeah.
No, that's ICE over there by you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Holy crapoly.
This was a dishwasher from Sears Home Services.
Who's that?
Is that Dragon?
Yeah. Who said holy crap-oly?
I don't think it was.
10 seconds.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. I have a text here about roofing. Henry, there seems to be confusion on auxiliary claims. So here's what I want to know. When you do a contract and you give an estimate at Excel Roofing, EXCEL as in excellent, excelroofing.com. When you do that, do you put on there anything about auxiliary claims in the future?
Can you kind of... Am I on?
Yeah, you're on, bro.
Yeah, can you kind of get a little bit more into what do you mean by a future auxiliary claim?
Okay. Many times a roofer, including Excel, will honestly and ethically take a look at the roof and give an estimate up front and a contract. Then later on, they discover more damage or something that has to be done. It's called an auxiliary claim or a supplemental claim. Are those spelled out as a possibility, or should they be in the original agreement?
Yes, Tom, absolutely. So I haven't heard it referred to as auxiliary claim in a while, but a supplemental claim.
Okay, supplemental
absolutely.
then. Good.
And so just for everybody listening, the proper way for a contractor to do this with a roof is to try to do all the supplementing on the front end.
But how can you if you didn't tear it up yet?
Because, I mean, based on the county, you should know the stuff that the insurance is going to not pay for and the building code requires. And so when you spec your roof, you're going to see discrepancies. And that's something that you can send to the insurance to do that.
But here's what I'm asking. If you get into the job, do you ever have a supplemental claim that wasn't foreseen?
Yes, that will happen. And it's
now,
important
is
to
that
let
spelled
customers know.
out in original contracts in general so homeowners know that is a possibility?
So I can only speak from our contract.
Yes, of
And
course.
absolutely. We put it in our contract
That there could be.
Yes, there may be additional supplements that are required, and we have that all spelled out.
Okay.
And it's very important to us that we communicate that
Right.
with our customers.
Now, do you go directly to the insurance company with the supplemental claims?
So in order to get the supplement approved, we do have to submit pictures and all of the discrepancies to the insurance
Yeah,
company.
they don't want companies giving a low ball bid to get the job and then killing them with supplements. So they verify the supplements, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now, why do homeowners get so shook up? I don't understand. I've never understood this. And I'm not talking about Excel. I'm talking about in general. When a roofer says it's going to be 25 grand, and the roofer ends up getting paid 35 or 40 because of honest, legit supplements. Why does the homeowner get upset? They don't have to pay any more than their deductible. Why do they get so upset about that?
So, Tom, I really just think it's the shock factor of getting a bigger bill than you were anticipating.
And they think maybe even though they're only paying their deductible.
Absolutely. Even though they're paying just the deductible, they think that, oh my gosh, I'm being
cheated.
This extra amount. And I mean,
Maybe they feel like they want to, Henry, I hate to say this, but many times I think they just want to keep the extra money.
I agree with you. And I mean, there's certain times where the claim will be significantly increased, such as space decking. This is that roof decking underneath the roof.
Yeah.
If we get in the attic and for some reason it looks like it has proper decking and we pull it off and it's all rotted or
spongy,
decking, we're going to have to supplement the insurance company for this. And usually they won't provide that in their initial claim.
Okay. So I think you got a number of problems. One, you have companies that do fraudulent supplement claims, maybe, and they give a low ball to get in. Second, you have great companies that come across it and they need it. It's just legit. And then I think you have homeowners who get supplemental checks and then say, but wait a minute, I didn't approve that supplement. You know, I mean, and it's none of their frickin' business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's my opinion. Not, you know, I don't want to diss homeowners, but so many homeowners want to keep money.
I hear you, Tom. And it's really important to note that when we do a lot of these supplementing stuff comes up like this, and just making the homeowner aware and understanding what's going to come up, the potential for this stuff is just, it's important. And that's what keeps the whole thing running smoothly.
Bruce, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. Hey, man, what's going on, Bruce? Bruce? Speak or forever hold.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We had a washing machine issue where it was smoking. We called a company, Sears Home Services.
Yeah, they're not Sears and they suck,
They
but go
checked
ahead.
It all out.
Yeah. They do. They suck.
Well,
I'm sorry.
They checked it out right away. Yeah, that's okay. We're finding that out. They ordered parts. We got the parts a week ahead of time. We try and reschedule. But
Now, did you pay
we
Sears
stuck to the
Home? Hold
original
on.
date, the
Did you pay Sears Home Services?
Yes.
How much?
We paid them $700 total.
And
That's for the parts.
And you've never heard from them after that?
I'm sorry. No, we did receive the parts.
Now,
About
when
a
you
week
say
ahead
you
of the-
well, hold
the
on.
date.
When you say you received the parts, were they
month.
shipped directly to you?
Yes, sir.
Did they ever come back to install them?
No, they keep putting us off.
Okay,
And
that's
they have
good.
no customer service. It's just
Okay,
AI.
don't go with them. You may have overcharged for the parts, but at least you got them, right? Was that $700 for the parts and installation, or just the
Yes.
parts?
No, everything.
Okay, so
Parts
you
and
actually paid.
installation.
Hold on, you actually paid for the parts and got them, but part of that money was for the installation, and now they keep delaying. Is that why you're pissed?
Exactly.
Okay, so they collected for labor they did not do.
Yes.
Okay. How much of that 700 was for labor?
Approximately 300.
Okay. So worst case scenario, that they owe you $300 and we can get somebody legit in there. Is that right?
Yes.
Who wants this case? Chopper?
I'll take it. I need a case.
Chopper, it's very clear. Sears Home Services sucks. He paid him $700. He got the parts, but now he paid $300 for installation, and he doesn't want them to install it because they keep putting him off. Or they get their asses over there and do it, but I'm not sure I would trust him. And I want to say something, man. You know, when it comes to appliance repair, it's a very, very, very difficult business for us to get good people. We really, okay, I want to tell you about a few I love. Apex, Jensen, there's another one. Hold on. He I got to find the one that I love, and the Russian guy. I'm sorry, I'll look. But they're all good. But you got to you got to go to the referral list. And I think I wonder, hey Kachina, I don't know. Maybe I got to find out who. I wonder if Apex is the one I was talking about. Yes, Roma. I want to get him on the phone. I want to get him. I really want to get him on the phone because I want to talk about his company. He does such a great job. Can I give you his number? You want me to text it to you?
Perfect.
Okay. Let me text it to you. If you look actually on the referral list, hold on. It doesn't matter. I'll text it to you. But I want you to look on the referral list.
I've dealt with Sears a couple times, Tom, and they are very hard to
I'm not.
get
Yeah, I don't
done.
want them. But Kelly, this is Roma. Oh shoot, I can't seem to copy the damn number over from the referral list. Go to the referral list, look for Appliance, and get Apex. That's Roma. I have his personal number though. I'm trying to copy the dang thing. It's like brain damage to do it. Let me try it one more time. And sorry for people listening on the radio to this. Yeah, there it is. And his name is Roma. So I just texted it to you, Kelly. 303-713-8255. Okay. Now, we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Stick around for that. For that and more coming up. I'm sorry, Henry.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green.
All right, still dealing with a semi-rig coming into downtown northbound along I-25 that's broken down in the right lane at 6th Avenue. It is backed up all the way to Logan. Pretty solid. Coming into that stretch, the far right lane, the exit 6 is open, but best bet is to keep to the left there for continuing through downtown. And we do have Highway 93 still closed between Coal Creek Canyon and Highway 128. It's due to real harsh conditions out there with the blowing snow, icy conditions. They're running plows up and down the highway at this point, but it is closed as they detour traffic. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Visit TrueGreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. That's TrueGreen.com. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Vestera Turnkey is Barry Miller and his team helping you become a landlord. Now, it's not in Denver. They go out and search for markets where appreciation is the potential appreciation is high and rents are good and homes are good, and they find you a home, each person a home. It's not a pooled investment. It's not a security. They help you become a landlord. They help you to buy and to sell, and they also hook you up with a management company. No added on fees. And then they also even take phone calls for you. They help you become a landlord without the conventional risks and hassles. To find out more, go to mybiggestreturn.com. Or you can call Barry and his team, mybiggestreturn.com, 303-888-3788. Sheridan Auto Tech. God, I can't say enough about Kevin. He's doing all my service on my BMW because I didn't want them anymore. Once I went, you don't have to go to the dealer. So for my regular service, Sheridan Auto Tech, and they're good with electrical problems, tire pressure sensors that are always going out, whatever you need, regular oil changes. They keep track, keep records. They're great people. For repairs and maintenance, heavy or light, SheridanAutotech.com on Colfax west of Wadsworth, 303-455-7242, 303-455-7242.
Is the stone in Galveston, which is south of Houston?
Probably, yeah.
That's what 31 is talking about, I assume.
Uh-oh.
I thought she was sick.
She is.
So she's giving you her germs, Dragon?
Of course she is.
I'm talking about you, Kelly.
Okay.
Shut up, you lousy cat. I'm just
Some of these
kidding.
people get a half an inch in there.
Hey, how much time do I have, jerks?
3.
Ah, okay.
Well,
Okay, 3 minutes. I don't know if I have enough time to do what I want to do, but I'm going to.
Yeah, that's what I feel so like. Even for the airport.
That was incredible. I'm glad I went. It was brutal, though. Standing for 4 hours in line, 20 degrees.
Oh, you were there?
It was 12.
It got down to that, but when I was
So
waiting
as I
in line,
understand it, he got the part.
and it got a little bit
Yeah.
more.
He just needs someone to
It was
install.
ponderous.
Right.
The standing in line, occasionally moving. The
I
longest
guess when you
ride
call
you've ever
Sears.
waited for at Disneyland or whatever.
They're giving the runaround.
Right.
But you don't want to.
But once you got in, it was pretty awesome.
Did you actually get into the arena?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
That's where I recorded from.
Sears Appliance for repair.
I think they're the only. Yeah, they're like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally took the
They're,
very first
they
red
sound
train
neat, but
They
they're
sound
not.
good.
Terminal exit on the bar where it starts for the metro.
I've had
Closest to my hotel in Germantown. It was like a 13-mile Uber ride.
Sears people.
Got on like
I'll have to
5
say, I had a
a.m.
guy come on out.
That got me down near Capital One Arena by 5.
I couldn't get the agitator out.
Exactly 4 hours later.
I did everything they said on YouTube. Stood upside down, hung from the ceiling. I mean, I did it all.
Back, standing the whole time. I got
You're getting
And
old.
he came out.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And I mean, he had the hardest time, which makes me feel
No,
good
these shoes are great.
when they have the
Yeah,
hardest
right.
time in the world. You know that. Oh, this should just come on out. Yeah.
Any that hard surface.
But we got it. He got it out eventually. And eventually it was like I said, let's just
All
cut it
one day in bed.
in pieces.
Watch all.
You know,
Well, that's good then. I mean, at least you got to see something cool.
Yeah, I didn't go in for Gamma.
Zach handled it right.
He did. Dan going remote, which made me feel bad.
How did Zach handle that? He didn't tell you that.
Yeah.
What are you flipping out?
No, he said it was a little octopus. Because he had to.
The James Bond.
Because no, he had to work the board, make sure, and then they did have some technical difficulties with band stuff, so they had to be.
Hey, morons.
Did Zach have to do the show?
I have not been engaged today.
Because I could jump
No,
in.
they
but-
got it over the break.
Oh, okay.
But I know that you called in. But
Yeah, 506.
yeah, I didn't. Zach kind of texted me and goes, "What do I do if he's remote with the calls?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that."
He could still hear me. It was fine. I thought I couldn't even tell.
No. With people who call in, he doesn't know to text.
Oh God, yeah. No, that's a lot for him to handle. Poor kid.
Yeah.
I was freezing with my ass.
10 seconds here, Tom.
Okay, bro. Right lawyer on your side. Call Fuller.com.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. You know, by the way, I love you listening on the air, and I want you to always check out Referral List on YouTube. It's such a happy family, and we have instant comments. You can also text me at 747-999-5280. And I really should not forego the iHeart texting, the short code, because I do check those. That's 57739. Put Tom in it. One said, Tom,
By the way,
you should...
Tom.
Oh, what? Go ahead.
I tried to call Roma and I left him a message.
What's wrong with your sinuses?
Ugh, I'm getting over a cold.
You are?
I sound much better today than I sounded yesterday.
Oh, my goodness.
But I'm still a little stuffed up a little bit.
Okay. Now, someone recommended a Porsche Macan or Macan, I don't know, an EV. I'm looking to, I made up my mind that I'm a candidate for leasing because I don't do a lot of mileage anymore. And there's no reason to tie up a lot of capital. When I was a younger idiot, somewhat materialistic, not in an evil way, but I was a jerk. I mean, on some of the stuff I bought, mostly for others and not really for me. I just had capital tied up. And then, of course, when you go to sell, you're not going to recoup all your money. And then you're going to buy another car. So you constantly have a cost of transportation, right? Well, here's what I'm getting at. I don't want to have capital tied up anymore. And I would like to have I'd like to pay only for what I'm using. So I think that I would like to, have a car that I lease this time. So it's the first time in my life I'd be a candidate. I hardly put mileage on it. I want a nice car, and you pay by the month, So what do you guys think? By the way, my YouTube morons, you got to help me out here because this is something I don't understand. What does it mean? Would love you join us, Martino Morons, on Discord. So do we have a separate conversation going on with my online streamers on Discord? Can somebody help me with that? Let me know, and I'm going to sign up for that. Meanwhile, Bruce, with the washing machine, we're trying to get our people on. We left a message for our appliance people, but here's what I would like to do. I want to give it to one of my people here to coordinate with Roma, to get Roma on the air. I want to talk about what Roma does anyway. You know what? Appliance repair is hard and it's ridiculous. And then there used to be a guy, Zach. Zach, you know who you are. You text me. So Zach, can you text me and let me know what's going on with your appliance repair company? Are you still doing it? You used to be on the referral list. Here's the problem. The referral list for appliance repair, a lot of people don't look there or haven't looked there, so they don't get the action a lot of other members do on the referral list. Our referral list was the first list of its kind ever, and people used to go there for almost everything, but certain things, for some reason, people weren't conditioned to go there. And for some reason, my people in the appliance repair category say they don't get a lot of action. And I want to change that because they're such good people. So anyway, some guy was texting me about EVs. He says, I'm not a fan of electric cars. I work for a distributor that sells materials to electric utilities and have sold car chargers. Plus, I've personally been driving all electric for 4 years now, and he's not a big fan. And he says, hey, you know what? I'd gladly weigh in on what you should buy, blah, blah, blah. So thanks for that. Experts are experts because they know where to look for wisdom. I mean, I learn from others. I didn't manufacture this wisdom. I learn from others over 50 years. That's what makes a genius, is sucking off of others. If you think you know it all, you're an idiot. Now, let's talk. 303-713-8255. EVs, good, bad, indifferent. Now, let me give you this one. Okay, this is something for Brian Burns we're going to get on. So this text about the Clue reports, we will talk about when we get Brian Burns on. And that's in the next hour, right, Kachina Kalori?
That is correct.
And Kachina is a nickname I give her because her name is funny. And I love calling her Kachina. It's Kelly Couture, and I just call her Kachina Calori. By the way, Kachina Calori just went there last night. Did you ever go there, Kachina? In Cherry Creek?
I haven't yet, but no, not yet.
It's been there a
Italian,
while.
right?
It's an Italian place. It's been there a while. Dimitri, you ever go to Kachina Calori?
Where is that?
In Cherry Creek, north.
No, I've never been there.
It's pretty cool.
I hear nothing but great things about it.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
like
really
it's
good.
a lot of fun, and the food is great, and parking is easy.
Okay, and also Dimitri, I see you have you have something for you want something for Compass Insurance.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is I looked up, I asked the Google a question. I said, are fraudulent debit card charges covered by homeowners insurance? And the answer was yes. There are homeowners policy that offer that option, but it has to be requested and you have to pay for that option. I've never heard of that until I was researching Roberta's Wells Fargo case. So I would love to get Compass. Yeah, I was very.
So what do they cover you for?
Fraudulent charges to your debit card.
Come on.
That's what the
under auto insurance?
No, homeowners.
Okay.
Homeowners. And renters.
Is it kind of like part of the identity theft thing?
Exactly. That's identity theft was part of the answer. So I'd love to get Compass Insurance to
I
weigh
do.
in on this matter.
I do too.
Because I would love to sign up for it just in case. I assume it's a very affordable option for coverage.
It's a good idea. Okay, so Bruce, hang on there, bro. We're going to get some experts on. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, waterpros.net. The absolute best water conditioning systems, whether it's filtration, protection from chemicals, drinking water, reverse osmosis, or softening, waterpros.net, 303-862-5554.
Thank you, Henry.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless.
Delays through the downtown area. I-25 northbound. We've got a crash at 6th Avenue in the right lane with stop and go back from Lincoln to Broadway.
You understand,
it
wasn't
minute
urgent
delay
for me,
there.
just so you know.
Highway
I mean,
85 northbound at County Road 4. A crash. This is up on the north end of town through the Brighton area. Otherwise, a fairly standard drive throughout the Denver metro. No complaints. I-70 east and westbound. Flowing free to and from the DIA area. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com.
You know what I really love about 888heating.com is they do their deep clean for $45, and they do a great job, by the way. But I really love their efficiency, their high efficiency units. Now they've chosen to specialize in these and do enough volume that they can give you great discounts. In fact, they say the lowest price ever for the same stuff in the high efficiency realm. And we're talking about saving 30 to 40 to 45% a month. 888heating.com, whether it's the deep clean or replacement with the guaranteed lowest prices. 303-770-2776. You know, Joe Chiano is a certified financial planner, and he's having another seminar coming up this month, January 30th, I believe he said. And what I'd like you to do is go to his website to find out more, mymoneymyway.com. As I've said, he has things that are appropriate when needed. He has some really good things that you need to know about when it comes to parking money, having guarantees, and safety. mymoneymyway.com. 303-779-6600.
Four, Tom. 4.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. I got you trained.
Oh.
Guess what I'm going to do?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, my gosh.
That's New Orleans.
That's what it was like here. I mean, the way the wind's blowing and it's white out.
Welcome to Denver.
Yeah.
Well, I think we must have missed that because we didn't get any snow or real light.
Well, we got snow.
Yeah, I
Was
guess
it
we did.
Friday night?
Well, let's put it this way. We haven't had enough snow yet for me to go get on my ATV and try it. It's been, hardly nothing,
Yeah. And then we have snow. Sunday? I don't know.
See, I can't remember last time I was here and talked with you. Did I tell you about the major screw up I almost made on getting I was going to either put a stove in there or a log stove in there to heat up in my man cave, as I call it.
Oh.
40 by 30.
Right.
And actually it was Bo. Gave me a name of an electrician. Really good guy. Came on out. I figured maybe if I ran a 220 line, it would be all said and done. Easier to sell if there's a two. So he goes down there, pulls the panel, and he looks and says, "You already got 220 down here, Dale." I said, "Really?"
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. He said, so, the price went.
Yeah.
And he came back a couple days later. He told me what breakers to go buy, and I went and bought them, and him and his boy installed them.
All right. What did they put in?
Huh?
Like electric baseboard or?
No, I had bought those square type heaters.
Oh, right. Okay.
That run off a 220.
Oh, okay.
I bought 2 of them. I bet you some other electrician probably would have. Of course, I would have saw they didn't run a line down to the.
Wonder why they originally did. Was there?
Well,
Yes,
I ran
your
the line.
daughter's
I didn't run the
19th
line,
birthday,
but I
so we have a birthday
did all that.
celebration.
I built, subcontract.
Oh.
Probably the electrician says, "Hey, if you're going to run a line down
Started
there,
teaching her how to
Now's the
drive
time
when
to
she
do it.
run
was
the 220 line down there."
Yeah.
Makes sense.
When she was 12, she was off-roading my 4Runner on a real mountain trail.
But I was shocked.
At 12.
There was 220 down there.
You're a fun uncle.
Thank you. And then on Wednesdays, I take both Abigail and Andrew to the gun club, and we're learning.
Can I be your kid?
Sure. Yeah, I need a good tax write-off.
10 seconds, Tom.
Incredible. Truly was a historic day.
The right place for your kind of talk.
I think the tide has turned and people know who the winning side is.
Denver's talk station.
And it's the Orange Man.
630 KHOW.
Hey, Tom Martino. You're a troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Let's see whose turn it is. Brianne. What's going on, Brianne?
Oh, give me 1 second, okay? Sorry.
Hi, Brianne.
Are you there?
Yes, what's going on?
Did I lose you? Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I used to work at King Soopers in Conifer.
Yeah. Yes.
On top of being, I don't know how to explain them, but they will not give me my W-2.
Okay, let me ask you. Hold on.
They just won't verify me.
Let me ask you a couple questions. When did you work at King Soopers?
Okay, I worked there in October, a little bit before. So I've been through a little bit of stuff. So
okay, but that's okay. So did you work there? How long did you work there? I'm going to get right to the bottom line and help you.
A year.
A year.
A year.
And when did you leave?
October. So it was October to October.
Okay. So you
let me
need,
look.
did you get your W-2 for 23 from the October, November, and December?
No, I have not yet.
So you've gotten no.
Last year's I did. Yes, I apologize.
Okay.
Yes, last year's I did.
So
but I have not gotten any recent.
Brianne, hold on one sec. When you say last year, listen.
Yes.
So
Yep.
you worked there October, November, and December of 23. In the year just passed, you worked January through October. Which W-2 did you get?
The first one.
Okay, the 3-month one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so you did not get the 2024, which you have to file by April 15th.
This year, correct.
You file it this year, but the W-2 you're waiting on is January through October of 2024.
Correct.
Okay. Why did you not get it?
I haven't got it yet. They said they would mail it out by February 1st, but I was making sure. I have moved 4 times last year. So I'm making sure to verify my address to make sure they have my right address. And they sent me to corporate office. They sent me to another different type of office. And then they just kept sending me around. They let people drink on the job. They have sex with each other on the job. It's a horrible place. They treat everybody like crap. The managers get raises and promotions while we sit there and beg the good people to go up in the business, and we get crapped on. We always get set part-time. We never get back to full-time. Some kind of thing that they say to deal with corporate, but it never gets fixed.
Okay, so by the way, Brianne, do you have another place you're working now?
I'm at Budget Dental Lab. This is my old job that I was at 8 years ago for 5 years.
Do you like
and
it?
I've been here. I love it. It's dentistry. Yes, I do, sir.
Okay. Now, there's a few things I want to talk about. First of all, you need to know this, that there is no there is a requirement they give you a W-2, but you don't have to let it affect your filing. If you estimate, now it's going to be hard to do, but do you have a paycheck stub, any of them, from 2024?
For King Supers?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom Martino, no, I do not. They have this system that's called a My Info and My Time that you get in on, and you have a number that they give you and then a password.
Yes.
Well, now that I've been, I don't work there anymore.
You have no access.
They said, we're not in the system. We can't get that. I have no access.
Okay.
So then they send you around to the rigmarole.
No, I get it. Listen, you never retained a PDF or a printed ever paycheck or pay stub ever from 2024. Not one of them.
The first 2 paychecks I did.
Of what? Of 2020?
But then after that, it was direct deposit.
Hold on. I get it. So you did get a direct deposit.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Now, I want you to hold on,
no
Brianne.
2024.
I just want you to hold on, and I'm going to come back to you. I do have some ideas for you, and I understand the frustration, especially when you didn't like how they treated you. So hang on. I'm going to come back and help you. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Hey, Broncos country.
And I didn't even remember that it could possibly be the RMD.
Yeah.
Real drama.
Yeah, what do people drinking on the job have to do with you getting your W-2? Nothing!
Okay, I got to get on Discord. Does anyone know about Discord?
It's that guy, Tim, that's giving you a lot of hints that he's running it.
Yeah, but it says accept invite, and it says unable to accept invite. So I don't understand why. I'll
text him
the link, and it said unable to accept invite.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
I never heard of this for a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
So
hold on for me.
Looks perfect here.
I want to do it.
Yeah, it's all good on.
Guys, what EV? Oh, you don't like EVs, do you, Henry? You're a good old gearhead. I'm over it. I like it. I looked at it before. It's very basic, very good. Yeah, I looked at it not too long ago when we were talking. Let's see. I forget why I was on there. Okay, let me look at it. So, I think you guys do a pretty good job. I mean, you really do. You know, you're on top of it. That one? Yeah, I would want a better picture. Yeah. I think you and your dad looking up at a crew on a roof. That would be wonderful. If you have any of you and your dad, like maybe with plans and the guys are up on there and you guys are doing this, that's cool. Involvement, workers, you and your dad. And then I would put J. Henry. It's J. Brett's, Henry Brett's. It's cool. You guys do a good job, man. I mean, truly, he wrote the book on making it different. You know, I remember when he was starting out. I mean, your dad and I go back.
To get rid of those wrinkles.
What's that?
I need some of that.
Misaligning it. So see how it's like aspect ratio, like see how the logo is covering up.
This? Well, what I'm saying is, it depends on how dynamic you are. Some sites are not that dynamic. This looks pretty good. Now, do you write? Do you do it? Okay, so is it on WordPress? I can help you with that because one of the toughest things in the world is making it dynamic for all formats. But you should cater for desktop and phone and forget about tablets. Your priority, desktops and phones. But sometimes you literally have to redesign the desktop for the phone to display properly and vice versa. Yeah, so do I, but look, I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty damn good at
my
basic
boys
shit.
I think crying the blues over Trump winning it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
Not like referral list, because that's professional. That's a mammoth jamma site we pay for because that's like major. TomMartino.com. I did all of it, every aspect of it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Mine goes.
Then mine?
Does the price of eggs go down yet? I said, yeah.
No. I mean,
said,
I'm not.
no.
Look at mine though. I did all of
said,
this.
well, I buy direct from the chicken.
I did this completely on my own, completely, and then I made it dynamic. It's really very good dynamically.
Eggs were between $8.99 and $10.99.
Well, so he didn't lie. He said it was the $9.
I did every aspect of it. Wave 8 though is simple because it has.
By
to
the
be.
way, this very
all of them are GoDaddy, the best hosting in the world.
Check.
I go to that little one.
Hung up.
One.
And then
Yeah.
had to call
So what they do is it's called a managed.
They haven't had that many eggs.
But it's through
It is
GoDaddy.
like
Well, I know there's a shortage.
Is there? What's the
Because
version?
the baby on
Mailed
the
to
blue.
her.
Yeah.
You know what?
And they do
Put in a
all
change
that's-
form
that's
address
why-
in the post office, and boom, whatever address they have, it'll just get forwarded over to you. So there should be nothing to worry about.
Well, could
So
you
all of
also
that
just
stuff,
log
you know,
in
as
to the
part
King
of their
Supers
package.
thing and get
She
it?
says that
And I
since
have.
you no longer work
I bought
hosting,
the 5-pack. I
access.
don't know why I only have Tom Martino.
Which could
Wave
be a
8, but I was
possibility.
doing one for Bonnie personally, and I thought eventually I'd do one for some others. But I have a slot open there that you're welcome to have. That you don't have to do. You know, you could just take a slot and do your own site, and then it's really up to you. But managed WordPress is the absolute best deal on the market. I mean, see, you don't know when to take PHP updates and when not to, and when your plugins aren't up to date. All of that is taken care of for you. All of that bullshit. Yes. Do you have a GoDaddy account? Oh, you got to first of all, it should be nowhere except on your own server or GoDaddy. Yeah, but you shouldn't have it on your own server. What I mean is you should never let a third party do it, except someone like GoDaddy or your own server. But your own server, you could never provide, ever, the cybersecurity and protections that
That's what
GoDaddy.
my boy was kidding me when he said it was
GoDaddy
$9.
is the
I got
cheaper.
a buck and egg.
You get it on GoDaddy servers, you have a virtual server of your own.
Yeah.
And it's your account, and that's what you want. And again,
Oh,
I have a
it's
package
hard
of
to get
5.
hooked up
I
with.
would help you in your GoDaddy account to establish a managed WordPress and move Excel over. They will never put the other Excel down until this one is ready. But you got to find out first who has Excel.com. Where is it hosted? Where is it? And who does all of the updates? And I don't mean updates like how it looks. I mean the PHPs, the links, the plugins, all of that shit. Who's doing it? Do you have someone? Okay, then we need to get it under your account and under managed WordPress, and it's all taken care of for you. Do you know, Mark, we had so much clutter and bullshit until I moved us all over. We saved so much money. And everything is always updated. We never have to worry about it. No, now, listen, they don't work on the website. They work on the backbone and the server, not the website. But what I mean by this is, to the extent they work on the website is, they make sure you have the latest PHP, the latest HTML, the latest whatever languages you need. The latest, that's all. And the latest cybersecurity and basic SEO. They just make sure all of that backbone bullshit is taken care of for you. You would not believe how outdated things get if you're not on it. And you can't do that. No one can. And you're not going to pay some asshole sitting in his mom's basement to do it, and then they hold you hostage.
10 seconds, guys.
GoDaddy is the way to do it. GoDaddy. That's it.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. That's green. Enter it now at khow.com. Keep listening to win on 630 KHOW.
Yeah. Find out.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. If you're streaming, you see this handsome young man. That's me. And then the guy next, I'm just kidding. The handsome young man is Henry Brett's Excel Roofing. He's alongside me here. And, you know, I go back with Excel from their very beginning. And in fact, Jay, his kids and my kids were born months apart, each one. So they've known each other in the crib. I've known Jay even when he had great looking hair and he wasn't gray, although he's really not. Hey, he's way younger than me. So what's happening in your life and how can we help you? Is that the question I ask a million times? Yes, it is. So we're waiting for our expert. Kachina, help me out here. We were going to get Roma on. Is that right? Is he going to be available?
You left a message.
God, we haven't heard from him yet. Roma, I know you're working hard, but we want to get you on.
It went straight to voicemail.
Damn it. We might have to move,
and I'm
Bruce.
working on Brian.
What's that?
I'm working on Brian.
On Brian for Compass Insurance. Good. And then I want to go to Brianne. So we left off with Brianne. And Brianne needs the W-2s. And what I said was if she had direct deposit, she can pull up the transaction and get an estimate of her gross and her net, how much was taken out by state and how much was taken out for federal and FICA. She can use that to multiply by the number of pay cycles, 26, 25, 12, whatever it is, and then do an estimate. The IRS accepts estimates of a W-2 with a note saying they have not released my W-2 or they have not sent me a W-2. The IRS will not penalize you and it's going to be good. And if they might even try to get the W-2 and make the corrections for you. But that's what you do. And pull up as many as you can direct deposits. That's a full record. And it should have the stub. If it doesn't, then what you need to do is if you only have one stub or two, that's fine. You do your estimates. For example, if you're paid every 2 weeks, whatever that turns out to be the number of cycles, you multiply what you see there for everything. And you estimate how much you grossed, how much you netted, how much was taken out for state, how much was taken out for federal, and all of those questions. So get a W-2. So when they ask for the amount in box number so-and-so, if it's state, then you go to your stub, you multiply the state out by how many pay periods, and you put that in there as an estimate. You actually can write a note saying W-2 was not issued, or they did not send me a W-2, or despite my best efforts, they will not send me one. Just tell it like it is. And that's how you handle this situation.
You're amazing.
Brianne?
You're awesome.
Now, we could also do one other thing if you want.
Can you hear me?
Deputy Dollar, are you there?
Okay.
Deputy Dollar?
Yes, I'm here, Tom.
Dollar, listen.
Yep.
Can you light a fire for her at what is it, Kroger?
Yeah, Kroger.
We're going to do two things. I just gave you what we call the DIY suggestions, but I'm also going to give this to Deputy Dollar, and we call him that because in another life, when he was young and vibrant, he was an accountant. He's still young. He's still young and vibrant. I'm just giving these guys a bunch of crap. Listen, they're all healthier than me right now. So listen. So let's Dollar. Let's try to help her. Okay.
Certainly, we'll go ahead and do that.
And then see what pay stub you can find, Dollar, to help her out. And then we'll probably get these people. Just light a fire under him. Brianne, you're going to be in good hands. He'll be calling you. Okay.
I appreciate you so much.
Hey.
You have done more for me than they have since I worked for them.
Well, keep your chin up, and we will continue helping you. And thank you very much. By the way, in general, I don't ever say this, but if you ever feel like putting a review in for what we do for people, do it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying that. I mean, because I have the kind of business people don't think about reviewing. They really don't. They don't think about it. They think, what? You're on the radio, review yourself. Anyway, Troy, you have a comment that I find very interesting here because I'm not sure what it's about. Hi, Troy. I'm Tom Martino. What's going on?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Hey, last year the state tried to push through an assault weapons ban, and it failed miserably because their definition of what an assault weapon was horribly written.
Yeah.
Well, this year, they figured out how to get around the problem.
How? How?
They're basically trying to ban, they're trying to ban any semi-automatic firearm with a detachable magazine. You will not be able to purchase one, transfer one. So this is like way over the top.
Well, who told you this? Just help me out.
semi-automatic-
Who told you this?
No, it's true. I actually.
No, this is
No, I don't
in the,
doubt it's true. I just don't know about it. So how do you know about it, Deputy D?
Yeah, it's in the state.
And go ahead, you too, sir. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm talking to both of you.
No worries.
Tell me how I find out more, Troy.
So you go to the Colorado General Assembly, and it's Senate Bill 25-003.
Okay, I'm going to put that on. Hold on.
Semi-automatic.
It's SB
firearms.
what? Give me the number again.
Okay.
SB what?
25-003.
Yeah. That's it?
Semi-automatic firearms
We'll look at it. Got it.
rapid fire devices.
Okay, so what do you know, Deputy D?
Yeah, so...
yes, it's okay. It's Senate Bill 25-003, and it was introduced January 8th. My God, they didn't waste much time. 2025 aims to prohibit the manufacture, distribution, transfer, sale, purchase of specific semi-automatic firearms that accept detachable magazines. The legislation would affect many pistols and rifles, as manufacturers typically do not not produce these firearms without removable magazines. It's only like the 6 revolver or something. They don't have.
All that's going to be left is the revolvers. And
So the bill also seeks to ban rapid fire, trigger activators, bump stocks, devices that can increase the firearm's rate of fire, and then also firearms with detachable magazines already in possession within Colorado would be grandfathered in, meaning the ban would apply to firearms sold in the state after the bill becomes law. As of January 21st, 2025, SB 25003 has been introduced and assigned to a committee. The bill's sponsors hope to advance it to the floor by February. So speak, sir. What should we do, Troy?
We should definitely call our wonderful governor and strongly encourage him to veto this bill.
Come on, do you really?
I have no doubt that it's going to
Come on, bro. Do you really believe?
I have no doubt that it's going to get through the Senate and it'll get through the House.
Of course it will. And the governor is the same. They're all of the same ilk.
And Troy, there's some reason to be optimistic. I mean, the last session, they did try to ram through a much less ambitious version of this bill, and it failed miserably, and it failed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
This time, they bit off even more. So, I mean, do we have any reason to even worry about this?
The reason it failed, because the reason it failed the last time was their definition of what an assault weapon was just a whole laundry list and very confusing. Their last bill would have even banned black powder 50 caliber rifles.
Well, I agree with you that there's nothing confusing about this version of the bill.
No, it's not. It's pretty damn.
Given how ambitious it is, and given how much success our pro-freedom side has had at the Supreme Court in the past few years, is there really anything to worry about?
Well, I have no doubt that if it does get passed, it's going to go to the courts and be battled in the courts, and there's going to be an injunction. So it's our governor that has ambitions for a higher office. He is lining himself up to be the moderate liberal, and so these guys are pushing a bill to him that he's going to be forced to either reject or sign, and he's going to piss off both sides.
I agree with that. But, the people who are writing and arguing in favor of this bill, they're just grandstanding. They're pandering to their base. They're pandering to various special interests. And I have a feeling even they know this bill doesn't have a snowball's chance.
You know what's amazing?
Yeah, I don't know. Tom Sullivan was in the House, and he moved up to the Senate. Yep.
Well, it's got to go to both.
Go ahead.
When it comes to firearms, it's so controversial. I always tend to skew more toward freedoms. With responsibility and freedom, when are we going to get it? When are we going to get it that banning weapons? Okay, if you make it more difficult to get certain weapons, I guess I don't mind if they're the deadliest weapons on earth and you can actually do it without impinging freedoms. But I don't know what the answer is. Be strong on crime. You know what's amazing? The same people looking to ban firearms decriminalize things and make being a criminal easier. I just don't get it. They tend to shift the focus. They tend to shift the focus from people to things. Because they don't believe in illegal people and illegal action. People are wonderful, and they're all going to vote for us. Let's condemn the thing. The thing.
And Tom, I have another, offshoot to what you just said, which is banning guns is a simpleton's solution. So, it's very difficult to come up with a plan and execute a plan that will take guns out of criminals' hands, that will prosecute and punish criminals for using guns wrongfully. That is a very difficult thing. And it could be that most of the people who support gun control really can't figure out how to address what I just said. So they're taking the simpleton's way out, just to pander to their base.
Tom, it really comes down to there are logical people and there are emotional people, and the progressives and liberals tend to be emotional. Things that
Well,
make you
you know,
feel
now
better,
let's be
make you
fair. I mean,
feel
we
safer.
can all be emotional and we can all be everything. You know, look, I get it though. I know what you're saying. To a conservative, it looks like liberals operate only on emotion, and that's what they think about conservatives. You know, listen, here's the deal: we're all the same. We're all the same. I don't mean in ideology. I mean in motivation, passion, beliefs. I mean, we're all basically the same. We're all people, and then we have different bends. And look, I don't know why people have certain philosophies. Have you ever thought about that? Like, why do people skew one way and other people skew another? I've always tried to figure that out. I don't know the answer. I really don't. It's kind of weird.
Well,
you know,
it's definitely right brain, left brain. You know, people that logically think through a problem and versus their inputs guide them. You know,
here's the deal, man. I don't think you can legislate feelings, emotions, social issues. You know, but. So they go after the guns. Do you know what I'm saying? If they were hard on crime, I think you would have a lot less crime if you were real. Now, there are crazy people that are going to be crazy no matter what. But certainly, we're not hard enough on crime. We really, really, really aren't. We're just not. Anyway.
Well, the emotional.
Go ahead.
Well, the emotional people believe that the crime is not because of the individual, but because of the environment.
I know. Everybody's to blame.
Yeah.
Everybody's to blame. Look.
Right.
You know, there could be a little bit. There could be a little bit environment. I think when you sow seeds of division among people, like the rich are getting richer, billionaires are evil. I mean, all Democrats do is talk about how evil billionaires are and how evil rich people are and how evil success is and how profit is bad and how blacks have it disadvantaged or Mexicans or whatever. They seed divisions because, you see, years ago, it's a known fact that if you want to seize and hold power, you give people a problem and become their savior. And that's what, let's face it, I mean, honest to God, that's what Democrats do. Now, I'm not saying there are no problems, but see, these seeds of division and contention is their entire playbook. Their entire playbook is how you are being treated unfairly. The system is against you because of rich white people. I mean, can't you just sum that up? I got to take this break. Thanks for calling and getting me pissed off. I'm just kidding. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, are we going to get Brian on or not? That's a quick yes or no.
So they had to do a couple more tests on his wife, so he's still at the doctor.
Oh my God, I
15
keep
minutes.
forgetting that. God damn it. I'm so sorry. If we have to do it, we'll do it tomorrow. I mean, I forget that's what he's doing. I feel bad now.
Good.
You should.
I know.
No,
I really should.
He said he should be out in 15 minutes, and I mean, we could just close up the show with him.
Yeah, whatever. You know, if we can get him on. Do you remember the questions even we have for him?
For Brad O'Brien?
Compass Insurance.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember my question.
What was it?
About the homeowners and renters policy coverage for false charge.
Okay, I remember what mine is. I got to put it down here. Okay, got it. Hold on. Mine was insuring stuff.
Yeah, that Senate bill is not going to pass.
Well,
you doing all right, Henry?
If it does.
We had a pretty good day today for roofing shit.
It ain't going to go anywhere.
Do you want to put
it'll
anything
be
out
tied
there?
up in
Anything special?
Well, you know, wasn't the Supreme Court of Colorado had some brains in them and throughout the.
I mean, you don't have to if you're
Trump
busy,
from
just say that's what you do.
Oh yeah,
you don't
now,
have to do anything.
wasn't that was the lower court, right? Not
I think
the
so.
Supreme
Yeah.
Court of Colorado.
Don't tell me,
but not the one, the federal one. The state one did it.
Meaning as my group?
Yeah, I haven't listened to NPR. I should have put that on.
Yeah, we could do. When is it? Of what, February? Okay.
You know, CNN doesn't say anything about murderers being
right.
Now, did he condone their sentencing? There's a difference between pardoning them, where they can walk free out of jail, and let's say just condoning the sentence, so there's no.
Oh no, I think
murders.
He's pardoning them so they can get out of jail.
Something's wrong with that boy.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Finally climbing out of the deep freeze today. Temperatures are going to be in the low 40s and we'll have a good amount of sunshine, cloud-filled and later on this afternoon. I'm Fox 31. Wait, what did you mean wrong?
Shop limited time deals during Lowe's Pro Savings Days. Get a free adjustable stand when you buy a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw. That's a $229 value.
You gonna stop at Freddy's on the way home?
I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about
10
it
seconds, Tom.
for the last half an hour.
K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 K-How.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Peter's got a comment on this Senate bill for a gun ban. I don't think it has a snowball's chance of passing, but you never know in Colorado. Colorado is actually more liberal than California ever was. Not ever was, but it's way more liberal. What's going on, Peter?
Hi, Tom. Thanks for taking my call. I researched this bill quite a bit when I first found out about it. I found out about it from Warriors Gun Shop. Anyways, up there in Longmont. But anyways, Bloomberg Corporation, you know who Bloomberg is, right?
Yes, sir.
They're behind this bill. And they presented it to Colorado, and obviously they donated money to I think his name is Johnson, who pushed this through.
Okay.
But, Tom, they presented this bill to a lot of states already. They pushed this bill on a lot of states, and I think they're using Colorado to see if it passes.
Okay.
And I've got a feeling that it's going to pass. Now, there are two things wrong with this bill. One is they're going to require the gun manufacturers to build guns without these. But that's a safety risk, because if your gun jams, the first thing you do is remove your magazine to try and unjam it. And with the guns that they want to sell that are not removable, the magazines, you're going to see a lot of accidents.
Yeah.
How are you going to unjam your gun if you have a full loaded magazine in there and you can't pull it out? That's the first thing you do is,
first of all,
on pistols and
here's what they did. They looked at all the guns they don't like and said, what do they have in common? And that's one of the things they had in common. You know, the other thing, they could have banned everything with a trigger. Peter, you know.
Well, hey, I'm with you. I'm angry about it also, Tom, and I got a feeling with this is going to pass in Colorado. I got a bad feeling about this. And it's going to take, like you said, it's going to take lawsuits to try to stop it, but who knows?
You know what? What's going on in Colorado, do you think? Did people move in? You know, when I first came here in 80, it wasn't crazy, and it wasn't super conservative, but it skewed a little more conservative, and there were cowboys and ranchers and a lot of airline workers and finance people. What happened, do you think, to Colorado over the years? What do you think happened?
I think it's a massive immigration of people coming here from all different states. I think the state went downhill when they legalized marijuana.
Yeah, that definitely pushed us over the edge. But, back to what Tom said about 1980, if I remember right, we even had a Democrat governor, Roy Romer, who was actually a good, normal, sane person.
Well, before him, we had Lamb. And before him, let's see. Who was governor when I got here? I think Lamb.
Lamb, I think you're right. Or was it Romer and then Lamb?
No, it definitely was not Romer first.
Yeah, but both of those guys.
Romer came from the school system.
Yeah, they were both good, normal, sane, old-style Democrats. And then as the state just kind of shifted left and left and left from everybody who's moving here.
Lamb was actually pretty radical. I mean, remember his statement, a duty to die.
That's right.
And then
he never lived it down.
And we had a lot of Republican lawmakers, too. Remember Armstrong in the day?
Lamb got rid of the Olympics, Tom.
What's that?
Oh,
Lamb.
Yeah,
Lamb got rid of the Olympics for us.
Because it didn't, and you remember why? Because it did not make fiscal sense. The state would have dropped more money into preparing the Olympics than it would have made in revenue from it.
Hey, Peter, I love my state. It's been my home for 45 years now, and I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on in life. People are just, I think everyone is too extreme. What I mean by that is not willing to listen to others. I mean everyone. We all have that. And it would be silly to think that all one doctrine or another is 100% correct. Now, there are some more correct than others in our opinions, but what we really need to do, honest to God, we really need to use common sense. Whatever happened to that? Thanks, Peter. And speaking of common sense, I just want to get this out. Wave 8, the number 8, Wave 8 Wealth Management was started by me for myself. I put together a team, and by the way, this is a wonderful team. I'm a part of it, but there is a team. And it's a team for continuity. And here's the deal. I was tired of the financial advisement industry. Tired. Because they aren't advisors. They collect money, they place them with big firms, and they make a middleman spread. I promise you, if you take a look at your finances and your investment management, your eyes are going to be opened, and I'm going to do it for you free, directly if you want, indirectly. It's confidential. All I want to tell you is this. Your eyes will be opened no matter what, and that can't hurt you. If you are concerned at all about an investment account or retirement money or anything, please text me directly right here. I'll respond to you. I'll also call you if you want. Just if you want, if you can also go to the website. It's Wave 8, the number 8, wave8capital.com, or text me 747-999-5280. That's my text right here, personal. And I'll talk to you personally. I swear to you, when I made this public, it opened up a great need because every day I'm talking to people who are having their eyes open, okay? And you can also call directly to one of my colleagues, 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Make no mistake, this is my company, my passion, and my mission. We got more coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible.
Slowdowns through the downtown area. I-25 northbound at 6th Avenue, a stall in the right lane and stop and go back from Lincoln and Broadway. Seen about a 7-minute delay there. Heading out west through Jeffco. Colorado 93, both north and southbound roads closed between West 58th Avenue and El Dorado Springs Drive due to blowing snow. Expect detours. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from the DIA area. North of there through Commerce City. I-270 westbound, some stop and go traffic between Northfield and Vasquez. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
John Fuller is a personal injury attorney that I hope you never need. But you know one thing about John? If you call him right now, you can talk to him about an accident, free of charge, no obligation ever. He'll tell you what he thinks about the accident, what it's worth, where to collect, how to collect, next steps. It's all free. It's all complimentary. John Fuller, 303-597-4500, 597-4500. If you hire him, it's on a percentage fee basis, but he's the only attorney that will talk to you up front before you even hire him at length. 303-597-4500. K&H Home Solutions, the oldest home improvement company in all of Colorado. Well, one of them. And I've known these guys from the beginning. Well, not from the beginning. They're 65 years long. I mean, from my beginning here in Colorado. I met Henry Seligman, the owner. You know, he named it K&H for his wife, which was, I believe, Kate and him, Henry, K&H. And then it was K&H Windows, became K&H Home Solutions. Ted took him over, my buddy. And then now we have Lee Diamond and his son. They have heritage and great products. You can trust them. Yeah, that's what I love. Companies you can trust. 303-421-7100. KHWindows.com. 303-421-7100. No. Okay. The only reason I said that.
Kelly has his phone number.
Well, you might ask, are you going over there?
Yeah.
I need Bruce's phone number, too.
Bruce, which case was that?
The washing machine.
Oh, yeah. Maybe she's
not feeling well.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have Brianne's phone number?
Yes.
going to text you.
Okay.
Bruce's number. It's freezing in there.
It is? In
Yeah.
there?
Kelly's got it. She's sitting on a...
Because it's nice here.
A heat pad.
Yeah.
And she's got a blanket on. I guess that office gets that way when it's really cold outside. Feels like Dragon's got a big sweatshirt on.
He does.
Yeah.
We need...
Go get my haircut today.
I should follow you.
Right.
Last. We'll see you there. Triple J Armory, your hometown gun store. Take an aim at tradition. Locations in Colorado Springs and Littleton.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, man, we've been talking about a lot of stuff today. And we were hoping to get Brian Burns on from Compass Insurance Group. I have a number of questions here. And part of the reason is because we have Excel Roofing. And whenever we talk roofing, we talk insurance. But we learned a lot from Henry today with Excel Roofing. Henry working with his dad there, a father and son team. And one of the things is this supplemental thing. When you're given an initial bid estimate contract, roofers that are good, like Excel, they try to give you everything up front and what could possibly be a supplement to be determined as far as costs, but they try to cover everything, code upgrades. But there are going to be things that come up that they're going to have to call your insurance and get a supplemental claim, additional money, okay? A lot of homeowners, for some reason, feel when they get additional money and then the check sent to the homeowner, many times the disconnect and the complaints come when the roofer puts in for those claims, and then the money goes to the consumer, and then the consumer has to write a check to the roofer, and they say, well, that wasn't the original agreement, but the only reason they got that extra money was because of a supplemental claim. It wasn't because the insurance company just wanted him to have extra money. If the truth be known, if it's really done correctly, the initial claim is paid, ACV and then replacement, but supplements are paid along the way. And the homeowner should net nothing, but actually be under the deductible. So, or should be out the deductible. So if they have $1,000 deductible, $2,000, whatever it is, the end result in their bank account, if they have a $1,000 deductible, after all is said and done, with original costs and supplementals, should be minus deductible. Your balance should be minus $1,000 if you have a $1,000 deductible. But too many homeowners have come to believe, and I don't know where this came from, that they should profit from claims. They should have more than they pay out. But that's not really the way it is. You should actually even pay your deductible. Now, I'm going to tell you the reality. In many cases, when you get a public adjuster or you get a really good settlement, the insurance company just writes the check, and some people do end up with money left over, especially with a public adjuster when you have multiple items on your home that are claimed. You can probably get things done a little cheaper. You can probably, do things and cut a few corners or not even fix something that you don't care about. And you can have money left over. It's not designed to be that way, but it does happen. And you know what's amazing to me in this business? Excel Roofing, I think they're the only ones I know. They don't take a dime, not a penny up front. And I've often wondered, isn't that hard, like to get paid? Because if you don't take a dime and they're getting all these checks from insurance for the initial claim and the supplements and all that, at the end, I wondered, it's really a risk because Jay said, no, we don't take a dime. So I don't know, Henry. I'm not asking you to diss people or diss, your customers, but is it ever difficult? Is it ever, or do you, or really, I'm gonna give you a softball question. Or do you guys do such a good job that you don't have these issues? And again, that is a softball question, but I'm serious. What's the issue?
Tom, the reality is just there's some people that just don't want to pay.
Yeah.
And that'll happen occasionally. Sometimes we'll have a customer who just won't pay. And we deal with that on a case-by-case basis.
And they look for some of the lamest excuses.
And that might not even be something that's roofing related. It's something in their personal life or something like that.
Yeah.
But it has such a benefit to the customer. It almost self-insures them that they're going to get the quality work that they deserve and what they're wanting. When they're paying other contractors all this money in advance, they really don't have that sure feeling and that peace of mind. And that's something that we can offer to people. And that's why we really stand behind that.
All right. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I just got a note here that said Aurora has so far towed 300 cars since the crackdown. 300 cars. For a while, they were letting people go with expired license plates, with no license plates, with no registrations, with absolutely nothing. They were letting people just drive, get in a car and drive. But since this crackdown, and I don't know the reason for the crackdown, by the way. I don't know why it happened all of a sudden. But I know Mayor Kaufman? Mayor Kaufman in Aurora? Is it Kaufman?
Yep, Mike Kaufman.
Mike Kaufman, who turned very liberal lately. I mean, he's been right on there with all his liberal buddies, on illegal immigration and all that, denial, like denial news, denying they had a problem with the Venezuelan gangs and all that.
Blame his so-called slumlords for the crime problems in that apartment complex.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing was shameful, but what happened all of a sudden? 300 cars. Wow. 300 cars. We haven't gotten one call from anyone. So what's on your mind today? We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Woodley's Fine Furniture.
Slowdowns through the downtown area. I-25 northbound at 6th Avenue, a stall on the right lane and stop and go back from Lincoln and Broadway. Seen about a 7-minute delay there. Heading out west through Jeffco. Colorado 93, both north and southbound roads closed between West 58th Avenue and El Dorado Springs Drive due to blowing snow. Expect detours. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from the DIA area north of there through Commerce City. I-270 westbound, some stop and go traffic between Northfield and Vasquez. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in handcrafted Colorado-made furniture, custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture in Colorado than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
High efficiency HVAC. A lot of people avoid it because it's so expensive. What they don't realize is they're going to get paid back faster with savings, getting high efficiency and you can also get certain credits, tax credits and rebates from Excel or your power company. You can find out more because 888heating.com, they wrote the book on it. They were first out in this field with the lowest prices for the same equipment. They guarantee it. And they can help you with all the logistics. But if you need a replacement, call them. If you think you do, or you just want to get a deep clean for $45 and assess it later, they're never going to sell you something you don't need. 303-770-2776, 770-2776, 888heating.com. You know, right about now, people are getting really, really under the gun here for all of the DUIs and shenanigans for the holidays. You know, it's unfortunate. Some people do stupid things. They drink and drive. And I don't think, by the way, you shouldn't have consequences. But what you shouldn't do is suffer needlessly and try to fight it yourself. You need an attorney no matter what, whether falsely accused, extenuating circumstances, or you were just stupid. You need a good attorney. Now, Joe Lazzara, Lazzara, Lazzara. Joe Lazzara. He's on my referral list at referralist.com. Free initial consultations always, and then flat rate pricing. 303-429-6200, 429-6200. Do you think people are getting lazier? What's that? Yeah, I think I have one, yeah. No, you got to set that up separately with Google. Did you do it? Do one for Excel. Yeah, those Google profiles are easy. Oh, fuck, that sucks. That still comes up? That? Yeah, that's bullshit. No, I don't want to get into that. Where did you see that? I got to get that removed somehow.
This guy's in Colorado Springs.
Oh, he is?
That's another one of our hot spots of problems.
Yeah.
Congratulations on surviving.
Yeah.
Besides greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a haircut appointment, or you have to need an appointment, or
Yeah.
do they do walk-ins?
I don't think so. It's only, there's only, well, now there's one person there.
Oh.
But because the original owner retired, I guess, a year ago, and then the lady that I've been seeing forever kind of took the business over, so.
Normally, if they're good, they don't need walk-ins.
Right, yeah, she's got a full calendar.
Full bladder there, huh?
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. It is, yes, we be. Well, it's not on the referral list. You literally have to look up the website. It's
What is a millennial again? How old are they?
management. It's wave number 8 management. That's what I would Google. Yep. Sure.
10 seconds, guys.
Inauguration Day, the first 100 days.
The most sweeping action
and beyond
in history.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. By the way, Excel Roofing when they're not here. Excel, E-X-C-E-L, roofing.com, 303-761-6400. Just good people. So, millennials, you know how old they are? Millennials range from 29 to 44. Next to baby boomers, kind of also known as Gen Y, they're a pretty big segment. So, where are they moving? Where do you think? What do you think the number one city is they're moving to? New York City. It's the number one, meaning by percentage, but in general, Alexandria, Virginia, Cambridge, Massachusetts, and number 3 on the national list, Denver, Colorado. What is attracting people 29 to 44? Then Sandy Springs, Georgia, Seattle, Washington, Sunnyvale, California. Now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, every single one of these skews liberal. So can we assume, maybe, can we assume that millennials skew liberal? Go ahead, sir.
Tom, I disagree with that. Look how many young people voted for Trump this time around. He crushed the young vote.
But did they vote for liberal or for conservative, or did they vote for just a change? I don't know, actually. Now, here's some others. Listen to this. Seattle, Washington, Sunnyvale, California, Santa Clara, California, Arlington, Virginia, Austin, Texas. Do you know Austin, by the way, is one of the liberal cities within Texas?
Oh, of course.
And then Orlando, Florida. That I don't know what that is. Washington, D.C., Bellevue, Washington. These are the top 20 for millennials. Fargo, North Dakota, Portland, Oregon, Minnesota, or Minneapolis, Durham, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, Athens, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and then Lakewood, Colorado. Hey, it's been a pleasure today. Back here tomorrow. Don't forget, referralist.com for help, information, and referrals, and call 303-MARTINO for help, 303-627-8466, and save all your problems for me. Thank you, guys. I'll see you.
At Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of us at 630
Discord, okay?
.com and on the iHeartRadio app. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.